Wednesday night D&D. I am your DM, OG Merpay. We are running a homebrew Pathfinder campaign, largely inspired on Matt Colville's start that he starts every game with Calrol the Vile. My players are level 6. We have 2 rogues and an alchemist. 2 rogues and an alchemist. Sounds like a band's name. It's been a little while since we played. We're about to get into the recap. So let's do it.
Harry Goblin.
I heard.
Never mind.
I heard Goblin.
Oh
Yeah.
Andrea said, "Are we ready to see
Goblin
from his family?" And then we
forgot from the last thing I'd like dropped down Jennifer's volume so I could not have to hear the echo of myself, and I was wondering why I wasn't able to hear her speak.
That would be why.
Yeah, but no, we were joking, being like, "Who's to say it's gonna be a male goblin?"
There we go.
That's true. Okay, so part of our recap is that you guys had just gotten a job from the Woodsman's Guild where they had offered to. Whoa! I disconnected from the lobby for some reason. I hope we do not have tabletop bugs tonight. That is the last thing we need.
Now we disconnected.
I actually need to restart the whole kit and caboodle. Alright, hopefully it was just a one-off. While we're restarting, though, I'm going to continue with the recap. So you guys left the Woodsman's Guild. You got a job from them to collect goblin. Well, you got a job from them specifically to investigate. Unable to sync. Cancel. Close out Steam. What the hell is all this? Okay. This is ridiculous.
See someone else's D&D group on the game thing, and they're named Dunces and Donuts.
Dunces and Donuts.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, one of my groups, my Friday night group, they just refer to it as Dungeons and Durgans. So every time we're in dungeons fighting Durgans, looking for Durgans and Dungeons. Okay, I need to resynchronize and launch tabletop. But you guys were given a job by the Woodsman's Guild to figure out what's been happening to the woodsmen who have been disappearing. The logging camp has been losing manpower, which they need in order to keep the work going. And they offered you at first it was 10 gold per pair of goblin ears, and then that you guys got talked up to 10 gold per goblin ear, so 20 gold per pair. You guys have your own. I'm gonna play anyway. You guys have your own ulterior motives, trying to capture a goblin alive and bring it back to Ruinswick, presumably to kill it in the presence of Chariz, or near Chariz, near enough to Chariz that he is able to identify where the coin calls to, because you guys have these blood red coins, which you now know are imbued with some kind of curse, and they call to somebody whenever they are near corpses. You guys aren't really cool with that. So there was it was pretty funny. Oh, and sad. Mary gave up Miko. She just gave him to Fareed, just said, "Hey man, he'll be safer with you." They had a very touching moment where Fareed was like, "You can come back anytime," and Mary was like, "Yeah, I know, and I live here in Breefield if anything happens." And that was super sad. Then you guys all went back.
I'm not over it. I am not over it.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there for roleplay reasons, because you guys all then headed back to the cellar where you found hungover Corbin. There were no lights on. You basically told Corbin what the plan was. He asked where Miko was. Mary just fell apart, and everybody just kind of called it. And then the next morning, Mary's face was buried in her pillow. Everybody else is up and moving around. They were like, we need to move her. She's got to get going with us. And it started with some gentle shaking to some vigorous shaking, and then Art's just no, move out of the way, guys. I got this. Walks over, just picks up the cot, just wheelbarrow flips it, And Mary like tumbles out. It woke her up, but she like pretended to be asleep. Went for a nut chuck, missed. Like woke up in this like animalistic mode and was like swinging at Tim and Art, but they were pretty reflexy. Corbin used the opportunity to dip. He did not want to come back to get his makeup put on, but was intimidated ultimately by Mary into doing so. And she rolled a 20 for the disguise check for the day, so it's definitely a solid covering of his brand. And then you guys were, the last thing anybody said was, okay, well, let's go back out to Charles's tower to tell him that we're about to head out so that he knows to be on standby because we're going to bring back a goblin at some point. And it is about 10 o'clock. Now, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning on well into your third week of adventuring together.
All right. Tim is gonna start off with just making sure he's gonna tell everyone you guys have all the tools we need. Rope, rations, that sort of thing.
Corbin's going to look up at you and say, I've got my tools. It's like with his staff. He says, but I think I ate the last of my rations last night.
All right. I guess then we'll go tell Charles we're heading out. We'll do a quick stop by the store, and then we'll head out and we'll head out into the forest.
Oh boy, shopping spree.
Less of a shopping spree and more of a quick trip.
Bitches love shopping.
They do.
Okay, then that does not change. You guys find yourself standing in the middle of the thicket off to the east side of town where Charles's tower lies in the forested area, and you are outside of his tower, standing outside his front door. And as you guys approach the front door and you guys are like having this conversation, usually up until this point you guys have like knocked and the door's opened. And this time you guys hear the and the door opens up and Charles is standing there greeting you. Nobody's knocked or anything. He says, welcome back. What, is there a problem?
No, we just planned on letting you know that we're going to be heading out here. So, be on be near whatever research tomes you need, just in case, we come back.
Oh,
down.
That I will do. Where, Jill, you have an idea where you will find a research subject?
Yeah, we went to the Woodsman's Guild. We took I guess a quest from them, and they gave us a location of where some loggers have gone missing. So we plan on investigating there first.
Oh, I bet that was Kogan down there. How is good old Kogan doing these days, anyway? Oh.
They were bickering, so I'm assuming they're doing as good as usual.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. Well, I will be here, eagerly awaiting your return. And he like gestures towards the back of your guys' palms, where the three of you, not Corbin, have his mark like he did on the night of the blood moon. And he's going to say, remember, I'll lose track of you eventually. There's only work for so much range. But I look forward to your return.
And I guess unless anyone else has anything to say, Tim's going to turn around and start walking towards the town center.
Can Mary look through the door and see if she sees Miko or Fareed?
No, not immediately. Absolutely, you can look through the door, but you don't see them in the entry area.
I'm imagining Mary be looking like Rambo hot mess with that mascara over her face.
Yeah, I mean, last time you can have gotten as ready as you want, I guess, but at last description, Mary was like raccoon eyes, like hair and tear matted mess of a face with like a bun that's still intact as a bun, but incredibly disheveled, and that was the last description that you gave of yourself.
I'm assuming she still looks like that.
Yeah.
We got a hot mess gnome on our hands.
Oh no.
Then you guys make your way to the town center, presumably, to buy, to talk to whatever his name is who runs it.
Flintbrook.
Flintbrook, that's the man. Flintbrook's this and that. Varden is his first name. I was trying to remember his first name.
Yeah,
So you guys
he did die.
So you guys go to the town center, and Varden is, at this point it's 9:30 in the morning. Varden's been open for a little while. He sees you all come through. It's well, welcome, adventurers. Do you require more equipment?
Mm-hmm. That's what Mary's gonna say. It's just mm-hmm.
I guess Art will say like, well, there would be no reason else for us to be in here if not that.
I suppose so. You could have. Maybe you just missed me. How you just missed me.
Tim's gonna say like, "Yeah, I missed you." He's gonna give him like a fist bump.
uh, This is excellent. What can I? And he straightens out his tunic. What can I do for you? Gets back to business.
Mary's gonna slam a gold coin on the table and be like, "How many rations for this?"
I want to say rations were like a gold apiece, but I don't remember.
I can't remember if they were a full gold or not.
I think they are a full gold apiece. They are. They are 5. So they are two for a gold.
Okay. So Mary's gonna give him 5 gold.
Which will get you 10 rations.
Yep.
Cool. Done. Do all your counting.
Tim's gonna put down. Yeah, he's gonna put down 10 gold too. He's gonna get 10 for him, and again he's gonna give the other 10 to what's his name?
Corbin.
Corbin. Yep.
Who's gonna look at you and say, "I can buy." He's like holds his coin purse. I can buy my own now if you want. I mean, I have money.
Mary's gonna look up at him and be like, "If you can't hold your own, you can't buy your own."
And he turns to Tim and Art. He's like, "What does that mean? I don't."
Mary's gonna
She's being ableist.
No. Oh, excuse you?
Oh shit.
Oh, it's because I only have one arm. Oh, I get it.
No.
Okay, I see.
No. Mary's gonna look towards him and be like, "No, it's because I had to shove my arm down your throat because you can't handle your liquor. Because I had to get vomit on me, Corbin. I had to bongo my way into a vomit-covered arm. Now, Tim, ride the rations."
I don't remember that. I don't.
And Mary's just gonna be like, "Of course you don't. But guess who does?" Me.
Yeah, it just looks like Tim's handing him his rations. He's just like, I remember that.
Art's just gonna be snickering off in the corner. But Art will also give 10 gold for rations. Or no, 5. Sorry.
Okay. So
10 gold, I was gonna say.
10 days of rations.
Yeah.
4 or 5 gold. Cool.
The other thing that Tim's gonna buy is a thing of rope.
Okay. Standard prices for that, whatever it's. I think it's like not that bad.
Wait a sec. The sleep thing, it wasn't a blow dart thing, right? It was someone drinks the potion and then they cast the spell.
Yeah, and
Yep.
I didn't specifically say it last time. I didn't catch it rather, but Andreas did ask me. So she's like, to clarify, someone drinks this and you get the spell of sleep, and I said yes. But that someone has to already be a caster. So these are for you guys right now with your party composition. These are pretty much exclusively Tim's, because you guys aren't casters. Maybe Mary could use.
I was
one.
gonna say maybe Mary.
I'd make you roll to see if it fizzled out or not, because the rest of his stuff that isn't like a regular potion gets when he puts it in your hand, it fizzles. But regular potions he can make for everybody, they work just fine. The problem is this one uses a quote unquote caster level, and like rogues technically have a caster level of 0 because they don't have
Yeah.
any casting
Oh
ability.
no.
So,
So,
so
so to
Tim can
clarify.
use these sleeping spells, but
Oh
the other
no.
you guys like would not have any reason to believe that you'd be able to. Mary might be like suspicious that she thinks she could probably get away with it, but like she doesn't know like you guys. Mary has very little experience with magic other than like occasionally talking with an animal or making a little glowing light or
The
really,
basic
really
magic.
low level magic stuff. Yeah.
Baby stuff. Oh no. Oh, we're
That's a little
screwed.
pickle. That's a little pickle.
Oh yeah, that's a big pickle. Cause you suck at sneaking. You suck
Uh,
butt sneak. Oh no.
Rope is
we got
50
an
feet. 50
inspiration.
feet for a gold for whatever it's worth.
Okay. 50 feet?
50 feet, yeah, for a gold. Of regular hemp rope, if you want silk rope that'll like hold much more weight, it's 10 times the price at 10 gold. He has both.
Yeah, no, it's just gonna be that regular 50 feet of rope.
Cool. There you go.
Okay. Quick question. With like when someone rolls a skill check and we can help them, is sneaking a skill you could do that with too, or is this only a select skill?
No, like if you want to break down a door, if you hit the door and somebody else hits the door, they're helping you break the door down. You know what I mean? But if you're just trying to sneak, somebody can't like walk behind you and like hold your like metal pieces so they don't clank together. Like it doesn't work
Yeah.
that way. So
Oh no. Can sneaking lessons be a thing? Like, can Mary and Art try to teach like basic sneaking things so he gets like a +1?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Tim has Tim. He has inspiration, and if y'all want to contribute to the inspiration fund, should it get a bad roll, you are more than welcome to.
Sorry, I'm out.
Presently, Mary's tapped out. She used it on trying to punch you in the crotch last session.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think Art's got one though. I think Art's
Yeah.
got one.
I think so. 'Cause-
Completely your choice. Completely your choice. And don't have to worry about it now. So obviously, whenever once it becomes necessary, we'll do it. We can discuss.
Discuss.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay. So he sells you the rope gladly for 1 gold piece.
He's gonna ask him. By the way, he's gonna ask him if he has any like I don't know, any like poisons.
Do I sell any? No, I don't have any poisons. No, absolutely not. I don't. I'd be worried about poisoning myself. It's not worth. There's no market for that here.
Fair. How about some?
Fucked.
I don't know, sleeping ointments.
A what?
A sleeping ointment, like Tylenol PM.
Like an ointment to help you sleep?
Yes.
Like NyQuil.
If you could bring me some of that, I'm sure I could sell it.
Okay. That's good to know. That's good info to know on the other end of things. But all right. I guess we're good to go then.
Okay. Well, good luck. Remember to tie it down real tight. Anything you want if you're gonna climb on that rope there. Loose knots kill. Loose knots kill.
That's what the ropes for. We've already ran into that problem before. So.
Cool. Varden Flintbrook allows you to leave. You guys find yourself on the courtyard of Ruinswick on this brisk autumn morning. No, I said it was end of summer, didn't I? So, maybe early autumn morning, with just a very slight chill breeze blowing through here, and you guys know you've got quite a journey ahead of you before you get to the logging camp. It's probably going to be a full day just to get there.
Okay. She's just gonna ask her. Tim's gonna ask her pretty like final check. Everyone's ready to head out.
Mary's gonna look towards Tim and be like, I had a question for you about that spell.
Okay.
Hypothetically, can you apply it to something that then hits the thing you intend to make go sleep?
I don't believe so because it's not like it applies. That's basically why I asked last session, like what the condition was of it. Like it just applied to whatever drank it. But since it's whoever drinks it basically can cast the spell.
Hypothetically, if we dipped an arrow in it and shot someone with it, what would happen?
It's a DM question.
Uh, you would probably know that just the nature that potions are like that's a poison. The way she's describing it working that way, and what you've created here is a potion designed to be ingested. It probably wouldn't work.
Okay.
Tim
Okay.
gonna tell that to Mary.
Yeah, Tim basically relays his info to Mary. I don't. Yeah, he basically is like she's describing she's describing a poison. This is a potion. You know, completely different schools of
Worth a shot. Okay, let's go find us a goblin. What time is it in this? Like, is it daytime still?
Yeah, like 10 in the morning.
Oh, okay. To the goblins.
Okay. Yeah, so it was basically kind of we were basically going down south, somewhat along the road in the forest.
Yes, you guys were heading south along the forest road, and then you were cutting back west towards the mountains, and like back in there somewhere was supposed to be the logging camp. You were told, you were like given instructions specifically on how to get there, which landmarks to follow, and um, there'll be like a logging road, like a logging trail that's out there when you get there. So
Okay.
you guys like know what you're looking for basically, and you don't need to roll a survival check to like not get lost as long as you stick to the main roads, because there's like main roads. There's like a break in the main road where you can see like a path veers off into the woods. That's got it's obviously been well used with like cart ruts and stuff in it from heavy loads, and like you'll be like, oh, this must be it, and or can pretty easily follow that into the logging camp.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Okay. Tim is absolutely ready to start heading out there.
Art's ready.
Mary?
Oh yeah, I said Mary's along for the ride.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't catch it. Sweet. Well then, basically, unless you guys have, well, I guess I can roll a random encounter for you guys. You can see
Oh no.
what happens here. If anything happens, nothing happens. It doesn't even matter. You guys have an uneventful travel, and you have to go through the day and into the night. You guys get to the edge of the main road, while the sun is still in the sky, but you know that you will likely have to do the last, hour or two of this journey in relative darkness by torchlight. But
Because they're nocturnal, so and the whole plan was
I was
basically
about to
them while they
say
were sleeping. So once we get like I guess towards that end of that main road, if it's getting later in the day, it's probably better for
we could do
Yeah,
camp stories.
Yeah, there we go.
Story.
Basically, wait till next morning there, like do the 1 hour trick and hopefully catch them while they're sleeping.
We could have a bonding moment.
You guys just need to tell me what you're doing. If you travel undisturbed, which you did, you will get to where you need to get off the main road and onto the logging trail at like 7 o'clock at night. So at this point, you guys are there, or even a couple hours before that. I mean, you guys could look at each other and be like, "We're not going to make it before the sun's down." So you could plan whatever you want, but you guys need to tell me what your plan is.
Mary is voting for campfire story time and like waiting this out because those little fuckers are nocturnal. And we're gonna go in there and it's like it's light time and start trying to run out and it's gonna get night and they're gonna swamp us.
Yeah,
Like,
but I think camping by camping like right off that main road at the start of the logging road, so it's only a 1 hour trek in the morning.
Yeah.
Next morning.
That sounds good. Could tell Camp spooky stories.
Ooh.
Then I know that this is the map we used for the wagon, but for today, it's your campsite, your roadside campsite. So you guys are off the main road. You guys are Woodhurst. Are you guys going to camp just like you did that first night, like just off the main road, as close to the road as possible?
Yes.
Okay. Then I don't need to do anything or change anything. You know, you find an area where there's a clearing next to the road where obviously, you know, wagons have used it as a turnout and a impromptu camping site for a while. And currently, you guys lucked out, and there's nobody else here. It's about, like I said, about 7 o'clock. By the time you guys set up camp, we'll say it's closer to 8. And it's 8 o'clock. You guys are hanging out. Corbin turns to the group and says, "Wow, I'm really excited to kill some goblins tomorrow."
Well, right now we need to think kidnap Goblin, come back to kill later.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put that bloodlust on hold for a minute, Corbin.
Like the energy though.
Yeah.
But we're getting paid for the goblin to get the goblins, right? I mean, that's the job.
That was so we could find out where the goblins are.
Oh, so we're not
That's
gonna.
That's like we get kidnap the goblin, take it to Charez, do the thing, and then we come back.
Yeah.
That's the part 2, the sequel, the remix, if you will.
Think of this as a scouting mission for the actual trip. You know, true adventurers scout their locations before they go in, like a headless chicken.
He's like, oh, they do?
Yes.
Sometimes. Kinda, sorta, not
why,
really.
Why haven't we done that yet?
Oh.
Lady Luck has not been kind to us.
Nope, she's fucked us. She fucked us good.
Well, okay. We got through camping out by the road okay last time, so we should be okay this time too, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. And Tim basically plans on spending this time doing the remainder of Corbin's, because I think it's only like 1 day left of it. One day left of it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So he's gonna spend this time like working on that.
Cool.
Can like Marion ever be cracking jokes or something?
You guys can do whatever you want. I mean, it's.
Oh hells yeah. Daniel, let's joke off. Come on, limericks. Let's do this.
Joke off.
Joke off. Limericks, jokes, funny stories.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
There once was a man from Peru.
Oh no! You guys know that one too?
Oh no, I just know it from SpongeBob.
Oh, I know a few, and there is a one about a man from Peru who fell asleep in a canoe.
Oh no, the one on SpongeBob says something about his shoe.
Oh, this one is not about a shoe.
Oh.
Tim's contribution to this is going to be, like, at his concert, he's just thinking, like, we're off to see the goblins, the terrible goblins of Agali.
Oh, God.
Yep. Corbin does not really know any jokes. He probably tells a really bad one. He probably tells a wandering story that he feels like is a joke, but is not funny at all.
Mary's gonna rub her hands together and be like, Grampy taught me this one. And she's like, it's starting to look like Mary might have lost a few marbles in the separation from Miku. No, she's gone nuts. Which one? There's a bunch of them that are in my head. Yeah. There once was a man from Brighton who says it to his girl, "You're a tight one." She said, "Pardon my soul, but you're in the wrong hole. There's plenty of room in the right one."
Classic.
Grandpa did teach me that one, surprisingly, but yeah. Limericks. Come on, Daniel. Pull one out.
There is
Corbin's
actually one I.
Corbin's gonna turn to Tim, who he think is the most like learned of the group. He'll be like, "There's a left and a right hole."
Does Mary hear that one?
Sure.
She
It
was
was
like,
obviously not intended for you, but sure, if you want.
Mary's gonna be like, "There's all types of holes, baby, but you gotta make sure you're in the right one."
Yeah, Tim's basically response left and right one is going to be as well as like there's a north and south one as well.
You see Corbin like making the L's with his hands and like rotating them like up and down. He's like, okay.
Mary's gonna go and this year she said, "There's an M, a P, and a B, but you ain't got a P."
I can't read. I don't know letters.
Okay. Mary's gonna give up on that one and turn back to art and be like, limericks, come on.
I know one and like I memorized it, but now I just can't remember it.
On the spot. Johnny on the
You
spot.
can Google it, like, if you really want to, like, the rest of it, because now I kind of want to know what it is. Is it the one from SpongeBob?
No,
Okay.
it's a different one. Here, hold on. I'll try searching it up. While I'm searching it up, if any of you guys want to tell more. It's probably not even gonna be that funny once I find it.
The ones I know are extremely inappropriate, because that's like the fun part of limericks.
Same Z's, but it's easy because Corbin doesn't know any of these, so
yeah.
To
I'm trying to think of a one that's like, oh, there was a young woman from Yale who offered her body for sale. For the sake of the blind, she had her behind tattooed with her prices in Braille.
Nice. Nice. That's a good one. Oh, yep. Yep. So, but I like to think that, you know, while Daniel's looking it up, just like a little bit of background, you know, I like to think that in the fantasy setting, right? Like there isn't social media. There are like bards and there are like common stories and tales and limericks, and like it's the reason why when I started with "There once was a man from Nantucket," everybody was like, because like everybody knows that one, and even if they don't know it, they know that it is the start of a dirty limerick. And so I like to think that in these worlds, you know, like there would be like you're saying, like Grandpa would teach you one that circulated in his village, and you know there would be like common songs and stories and limericks that like just everybody would know. So this is pretty par for the course, I think, for the world. Any luck, Daniel?
Art's just scrolling his magical tablet.
One more, but
he's got his notebook out, and he's like flipping through the pages trying to find the right limerick.
Almost have it. Hold on.
I got one more in me, and it's stolen from The Crown because I can remember it. It's there was an old Countess of Beauty Bray, and you might think it odd when I say that despite her high station, rank, and education, she always spelt cunt with a K.
With a K.
Come on, Daniel. I really hoped it was a SpongeBob one that I didn't know about. Because, like, when you were, like, from Peru, and I was like,
okay.
Oh, Daniel, you're going to say that?
Okay, I think I know if I can say, okay. There once was a girl named Mariah who succumbed to her lover's desire. She said it was a sin, but now that it's sin, could you shove it a few inches higher?
I
That
Andreas
was it.
one. The doctor one.
Doctor?
The one with the wood.
I don't know that one.
Andreas knows it. I remember him thinking it was funny, but I don't know that one off the top.
No, I'm not gonna. I don't remember.
Didn't commit it to memory instantly.
Dang it.
Either way,
Nah.
I will DM this and say, as much as I love this, after a night of revelry, tale telling, limerick sharing, raunchy good times, everybody. Let's see here. Tim is able to finish Corbin's like initial apparatus with Hook. Is that what we gave him?
Yeah.
So
Do I still need a? I need a roll for it, right?
yeah, I guess you do because you haven't rolled for the quality of it yet. Yeah, so I guess now you're completing it, so now's the time to roll for it.
Ooh, it's gonna be above 20 if we're using the woodworking skill.
Dun-dun-dun.
Actually, what would it be? Woodworking? Is that a skill?
That's carpentry, I think, woodworking or carpentry or something. Yeah, it's
Carpentry. I do not have carpentry. Craft and trained. It's gonna be 21.
Oh.
That is for sure.
Wait, no. 25, 26.
Ooh.
Nice.
This is gonna be like a beautifully hand sculpted.
Yeah, and honestly, because he had to spend a week on it, I am going to say that it is like physically beautifully crafted. It fits Corbin perfectly. He takes to it like immediately and is able to, like manipulate because he has a shoulder, so he's able to manipulate whatever he has at the elbow to like get the hook pretty much where he wants it, and he's very excited about it. There might be other effects to that as well. I'm going to notate that you rolled a 26 on creation.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's made by itself. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say that's all that happens. I actually want to do a little bit of I was not prepared for that to happen today. So it is beautiful. It fits perfectly. There might be more to it. I will let you know between now and the next session. But that does mean that Corbin will be able to start the next day with one hand and one hook. So with detachable hook. So you can now spend whatever part of your downtime you want working on basically any other attachments that you.
You should make him a fork.
Give him like a cutlery one.
Yeah, like a fork and a spoon. Wait, a spork.
I was about to say why have one when you can have both?
Yeah. Wait, does a combo of a fork, a spoon, and a knife exist? Like a spork with like a razor edge on one side, like a serrated.
Spork.
A serrated spork. Yeah, that could work.
That could work, I think.
That'll be his birthday present.
He doesn't even know when his birthday is.
Just make one up. We'll do it. Oh, we go to like a fortune teller and we try to figure out his horoscope.
Okay, sweet. But I'm like doing this. I can't do this right now. I can't look at your. There's like all kinds of cool stuff I could do. We're gonna do something cool with this, but that was a great roll. I just don't know what yet. Okay, but the sun rises behind you guys on the other side of the road. The traffic on the road picks up as people breaking down camp in the morning and beginning on their journey either to or from either Ruinswick or Woodhurst. You guys know you have an hour or two that you're going to need to travel along this logging road, but it's daytime now, so you have reason to believe that there will be no more nocturnal goblin nonsense.
Okay. I guess whenever eat, pick up camp or whatever, Tim's basically gonna go to them and just like marry an art and be like, so this is how you sneak, right? And he's gonna roll for stealth, but he's gonna be like trying to crouch down or whatever, and show them like proper form or try to imitate their proper, like not make any sound.
I thought you were gonna just start doing like the tippy toe where it's like na 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 na. Oh god damn it!
And you guys have absolutely no criticisms. You're like, yeah, man, why haven't you been doing
Yeah.
this the whole fucking time? Like, yeah, that's how you sneak. Shit, I have worse days than that. You're like,
Yeah. Mary's gonna kind of look at him and be like, okay, so if you could do this, what the fuck were you doing before?
I thought this was what I was doing before.
Oh, baby, no. Honey, oh, honey. No. No.
Okay. I guess then plan is we sneak on this road. I guess we sneak down. That we don't wake any like scouts or whatever. And once we see someone or see a goblin, hopefully sleeping, that's separated from the rest or just easily abductable, I'll use a sleep potion to get it to sleep, and you guys can run in there and steal them.
Okay. Quick question.
yep.
Since you're like our Goblin Society expert.
Okay.
From what you know, do they like pile up like rats, or are they like civilized enough where they have like sleeping rolls and beds and stuff?
Even if they pile up in rats in like rats, chances are there's going to be some that are separated.
Okay. Because hypothetically, we sneak in. Okay. Where's Corbin going first? Like, I'm assuming lookout.
Yeah, Corbin's gonna be staying back. Just look out, making sure that.
2, we get in. What if we find one but we can't get to it? Like, do we need like a backup in case like someone needs to create a distraction? And if so, I have an idea.
What's the idea?
We do the noise thing on the other side of the encampment. Like, if we all sneak in, Corbin waits on the one side, hidden in the bushes. Worst case scenario, we gotta make a big old distraction, and then you shoot one of them and like knock them out. Like, all of them start running towards the one noise, and then like, yeah, you see what I mean? Like, you get a like, you know.
Okay, yeah. So
Point
basically,
of fact, Mary, what is the range on that spell? Which you would know.
Yeah, okay, give me a second. Ghost sound, standard. 40 feet.
Okay.
But, could she, like, amplify it? Like, you know how, like, if you speak into, like, a cone, it makes it even louder?
Yeah, I mean, it happens naturally. That was in part why it worked so well in the cave when you used it the first time, because it was just loud because it was inside.
It echoed.
Yeah, but no, Mary can't amplify it, but depending on where she casts it, like it may be more or less effective.
Yeah. Okay. So like if it's in an area like okay, wait. In mountain ranges, do things echo better?
Yeah. I mean, it depends a little bit. Probably, if you cast it anywhere outside, it probably won't make a difference where you cast it from. If you cast it inside, it'll depend how big the cave is and how far away stuff is from where you cast the spell.
Okay. Taking that in consideration.
Cool.
Okay. Plan is then I guess we sneak there. You and maybe can go to the opposite side or whatever, provide a distraction should we not be able to find one that's separate. And then if we can't find one that's separate, you distract them, and then I can go in, use a sleep spell on one. We can yoink it and then just start running.
Okay. So, us 3 go check it out. If we can't find one, I run over to Corbin. We make the noise situation. Corbin and me hide for our lives, and you have to kidnap one and then, like, signal us to, like, start running.
Wouldn't it be better if it was you and her? Because you guys can sneak around. That way you don't alert anyone before you get to...
Yeah, but shouldn't it be like you aren't alone?
And Corbin says, "Hey, I can sneak. I can sneak, and he like tries to like get down, and he actually rolls an 18, so he doesn't do nearly as good as Tim did.
Okay.
He's like doing okay. He's like, I'm sneaky.
And Mary's gonna look and go, "We know, baby, we know, but like we need like someone to be the lookout."
Okay. Corbin will be lookout with me. He's sneaking pretty well here, so we don't have to worry about him alerting anything. So he's basically my backup, and then you go with her since he can pick you up and run with you worst case scenario.
Mary's gonna look, and she's gonna look at Corbin. She's gonna look at Art. Gonna look at Tim, or not Art, Tim. And she's gonna be like, "You sure about this?"
Like, it's got the most muscle, and he has 2 arms. Yes.
Okay. Like she's giving them that look like when like toddlers are making the bad decision, but mom kind of has to let them do it. Okay. Yeah. And she's gonna like turn towards Art and be like, "Come here, come here," like, and walk off to the side with him.
Leaving Corbin and Tim, who Corbin will turn to Tim and we got this. We make a good team, right?
Oh my God! What are their nicknames? The team nicknames.
Whipplebonkers, that's us.
The Whipplebockers, yeah. And then I guess like Mary and Art are like standing next to each other.
Yeah, how far away do you walk? You can move your characters however far you wanna.
Mary's probably like over here, like far enough away. Art, is Art coming? Daniel, you there?
Boy.
Did we lose Daniel? Daniel.
Probably had to go to the bathroom or something.
Probably. Does he message us on the group chat and be like, "By the way, guys, I gotta go to the bathroom"? Oh, his mic isn't working.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Thank God for the group chat.
Well, I was going to wait until the 1 hour mark to take a break, but if Daniel needs time to get back operational, then we'll just pick up with Mary and Art's conversation, and I'm going to go pee. So I will monitor the Discord chat. If you guys come back, then I will come back too. Otherwise, I'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Sounds good.
I am cramping up a storm. Straight up cramping. Got uterine pain. Andreas.
What?
Daniel's had mic problems before, right?
Yeah, but it can be a whole host of things.
I was gonna say maybe it's like the mic itself got like broken.
Who knows? Probably disconnected or something, if I had to guess.
I'm hoping it's that. It's just something where you guys gotta plug something in again, reboot it. Because that would make it so much nicer.
I think Daniel did reboot.
Daniel. Can you speaketh?
He cannot speak it. He has no mouth, but he must scream.
What the fuck?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, hey!
You're alive.
The heck?
Daniel.
I can't hear anyone right now.
We can hear.
Daniel!
Oh shoot, you can't. No, I can't hear you guys.
Sort of though.
What did you say, Andre?
Call him a deaf person.
I'm telling him you said that when he gets back on.
Oh.
Hey. He's being bullied and he doesn't even know.
Oh my God, don't. That's mean. Oh, goodness. I am cramping, though. It's horrible. Daniel.
Yo. Can you hear us? hear us, Daniel?
Oh, goodness.
I have no idea what's going on.
Daniel, can you hear us?
Well, we fixed one of the issues. Now he needs to fix the other one.
We've lost one of our babes, Andreas.
He'll be fine. He'll live.
Oh, look at this all green cake. Isn't that cute?
Where?
I sent it to you on Insta.
That's cute.
This is annoying.
Hello.
Sweet. Okay.
Well, we fixed one problem, but another problem formed.
Oh boy.
Daniel can speak, but he can't hear us.
What?
Yeah.
And it just like happened like mid session because everything's working fine for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming he's reboot everything at this point.
Yeah.
Daniel.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna be doing it through my phone. I don't know what happened to my headset.
Oh, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I'm just going through my phone right now.
Oh, Andreas, do you want to say what you called him in Spanish?
I called him a sordo.
What does that mean?
Deaf. It means you're deaf.
Sorry if I said something. I don't know what I said while like.
You were just like, fuck this, why is it doing this? That's all we really heard, and we were kind of like, oh, he can't hear us. And
Sorry.
then we talked so much chisme about you.
Damn.
Like a bunch of chismosas.
And you will never know what was said.
I won't.
No.
Nah, we were just like, I wonder what's going on. Maybe it's the mic. No, he can speak. He just can't hear us.
Yeah, I don't know why like the output isn't going on. Like it's through the right channels and everything.
Yeah. Every time you log back in, we'd be like, hey, and then you'd be like, fuck, it's not working. And it's like, oh, he still can't hear us.
Okay. Ooh.
And then, well, cause like I just like went downstairs because someone was at my door. There were little Boy Scouts selling tickets for something.
Boy
And-
Scouts sell stuff?
Yeah,
Yep. Everybody sells stuff. Fundraising.
yeah, they were going to summer camp, and I was telling them how I was in that troop, and I guess they're selling tickets for spaghetti dinner. So I bought to support and free spaghetti. Well, not
Wait,
free
do they
spaghetti,
make
but
it for you, or is it like you get to go to a diner and you get spaghetti?
I don't know.
It's like a cookout thing usually. It's like it's like usually in a cafeteria or a church somewhere, and they like do a big.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
on the Girl Scouts, so we sold cookies and then like fall treats, but
Yeah, well, Girl Scouts got it easy, man. The thing they have to sell, everybody wants to buy year round, all the time.
I
So,
know. I will say that's Girl Scouts fucking sucked. Cause like it'd be like you want to do the underwater to see like aquarium bag. Okay, we're gonna watch The Little Mermaid, and it's
Right.
like what? We're not going to the aquarium like you told us. Well, this is the closest thing to that. No, it ain't. We could have watched a PBS documentary.
no, it ain't.
I hated The Little Mermaid because of that. It sucked.
I'm about to say, but you're not still grumpy about it or anything.
Oh, I'm hella grumpy. They hit me in the nose with a metal flagpole.
Yikes.
During a parade, one of the girls who was like the daughter of the troop leader spin that thing around and clocked me, and then I got yelled at for crying, and they told me I was faking my pain.
The heck?
Oh.
Nice.
Andreas knows this. I am still hella salty about it.
Yeah, I hold a bit of a grudge myself sometimes. Been known to do that occasionally.
Okay, well now that you can hear us, Daniel.
Yeah, I'm about to say now that everybody's back, Mary has pulled you aside. Do you wander off with her? I guess first.
Wait, why?
She's just like,
she was like, "Hey, can come talk to me? Give me like, cause like these two are making a plan, so we got to make a plan."
Okay. I guess.
And Mary's gonna be like, "Okay, crouch down."
hold on,
Gone.
wait.
Oh.
Okay, go.
Okay, Mary's like, "Okay, crouch down." I'm assuming Art crouches down. Daniel, did we lose you again?
No.
Oh, okay. Can you sorry about that?
We only lost Andreas.
No, I pulled Andreas out on purpose. Yeah.
Okay, I was
okay.
I was able to get my headset working again. Sorry about that.
No,
Ooh,
good.
I thought we lost you. Okay, Mary's gonna be like, crouch down. Come on, at eye level.
Okay.
Okay.
What's this about?
Okay. So, we the sneaky squad, and we both know this. They might be sneaking good now. I don't know about when we get there. So, like, I feel like we need to make up a plan, like a backup plan, because that shit is gonna go down real quick. It's gonna hit the ceiling.
I hit the fan.
It's gonna hit the fan.
Oh shoot. So what are you thinking of?
Okay. Well, we're gonna do the noise distraction situation if worst comes to worst. But like, what happens if they don't sneak right and they get caught?
And they're gonna die.
Oh, okay. So we're not gonna rescue them?
Oh yeah, I just thought you were.
No. Okay.
I just thought you were asking realistically, like.
Character. Just the moment you went, they're gonna die, and I was like, oh damn, Daniel.
Shit.
Damn,
Second
Daniel.
you're out of earshot, man. Shit gets real.
No, that. I feel like Art would have just been like, like someone was testing him, like, what would happen?
This ain't
like,
the SATs, baby. Like, this is more of a like hypothetically, what are we gonna do if they get captured?
All right.
I like how you think, but
Okay. Well, how are we supposed to save them?
I don't know. That's why I'm talking to you. Like, we gotta plan something.
All
I
right.
assume sneak in and just try to wrestle those fuckers out of there.
What's up?
Hello.
They're having a conversation. Is there anything you want to tell Corbin?
Well, yeah, their plan.
What's that?
They have their plans basically just gonna be, I think, what's Corbin stand a bit or go a bit further back, within like yelling distance or whatever.
Yeah.
Down, be on the lookout, and then him, whenever he gets the go ahead, he'll go and deal a goblin.
Cool. No, that sounds good to me. I want to give me a sec.
One has the dogs, so that's good.
Okay.
You guys got a plan? Still working on it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think? Just sneak in before them and like.
Yeah, I think I think we need to like go off to the side and be like, okay, we're gonna be over here, and then we need to like figure out a sneak in route or something, on the off chance we gotta get in and rescue those bitches. Cause I know they're being all cutesy right now, but like I don't trust it.
Usually, I would have faith in them, but I think you're right. I just don't. I just don't think they'll be able to sneak past everyone.
We are going into like a dungeon of demonic babies. And
Yeah.
yeah. No. Remember the last time we were in a goblin cave? Freaking you got knocked out. It's gonna happen when these two go in. But okay, so sneak in or like make a plan to sneak in, I guess that's what we're gonna have to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hopefully, just like, how are we gonna know like where they're gonna go though?
Hmm.
Unless we just try to kill off every enemy sneakily. Can we do that?
Could we? Could we go John Wick or like Rambo and sneak through there? Is that possible, Dave?
I mean, your characters think so. Sure. I mean, you guys have no idea what it even looks like. You don't know anything about the terrain. You don't know how many of them there are. You don't
Yeah.
know what the lighting is like. You guys don't know anything.
True. Okay, well, I guess that's worst come to worst. We sneak through there and have to kill everyone. But, like, hypothetically, probably just sneak in and find them and then cut them free and like, run. You know, get on your shoulders, outrun the short people.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
At this point, Corbin like wanders back over to you guys and is like, are we? Shouldn't we be making a plan like together? Isn't that?" He like holds he like he like holds his two fingers up with his claw on the other side and like meshes them together. He's like, teamwork, right?
Yeah, but like you two. Okay, so there's like two parts. Like we're gonna be together, and you and Tim are gonna be together. So you two, like, there's an overarching plan. But since we're gonna be on separate areas, we need to make our own plan too.
But wouldn't it be better if we all knew what everybody's plan was? Like what
Well,
happens
oh, don't
if stuff
tell
doesn't
me
go
about it.
right? Like I know that we're a lookout.
Like, yeah, I know, but it was more of like, oh, okay, how do you want to make the yell echo, and then talking a bunch of like, we gossip, like, you know what I mean, like chismosa, like we're a bunch of like chismes.
How? Oh, well, how are you gonna make the sound echo? What are you gonna? What are you gonna do?
Um, well, okay, so we're going to like try to find a log, like something hollow, and like put it around my mouth. Like Art's gonna hold it up, and like if depending on how we do it, like if we can get up on a hill and point down and then like sound blast it into that direction and like make it sound really weird. Like we're thinking like maybe really scary predator sound, or maybe casserole like summoning noise, that kind of thing. And then yeah, do I gotta roll? Because that was a bold face lie.
Yeah, if that was a boldface lie, you absolutely need to roll a bluff check. I was out of that chat for like 20 seconds, and I don't think they talked about any of that.
Oh no, we were talking shit about someone for real. We were talking actual chisme stuff, surprisingly. Okay, 3 plus. I just
Plus your bluff.
let me find my deception.
It's called bluff, I think.
Bluff. Yeah, so 12. Not horrible.
Corbin like looks at you, raises an eyebrow, he like turns to Tim. He's like, magic doesn't even work that way, right? I mean, doesn't make any sense.
Mary's gonna look at him and be like, "You don't know how gnome magic work? Are you a gnome?"
He's still looking at Tim, like pointing over at Mary in like disbelief, like what is this? What?
It's called echolocation, bitch.
Corbin's just like, you're just talking. You're full of shit. I don't. What are you?
What are you talking about?
He's like, I don't know a whole
Corbin?
lot, but now you're just making shit up. I know.
No, I'm not. You didn't even know I could speak to animals. Like, what do you think I can do? For all you know, I'm God. I got powers up in this big. You don't know what my echoes can do. You don't know what I got in my back pocket.
I think Tim, obviously she's lying. He's just gonna say like,
You don't know this gnome life. You ain't a gnome. You were never a gnome. You couldn't be a gnome.
you know,
Oh,
If you
actually,
wanted
let's
to be a gnome,
roll
you
for it. Let's see if
that's
Tim.
not what kind of gnome you could be.
Yeah, it's sense motive.
12.
Sense motive, 11.
Which she beats you by 5 or more at 17. No, wait, what was you? What was your roll?
I was 12.
Oh,
Yeah,
you were 12.
I rolled.
Oh, and he's 11. So you did not beat him by 5 or more. Okay, you like it doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
Like you're skeptical.
obviously, between Corbin,
But
like
there's no
very
answer.
obviously knowing
You're-
she's lying. I think Tim's just gonna be like, you know, if it's something important, if it's something important, then I'm sure they'll share it with the group. If it's not, then I don't. If they're trying to keep it that close to their chest, I'm not gonna bother, you know, arguing over it.
Okay.
Did Tim say this out loud?
Yeah.
Mary's gonna be like, I don't know why the fuck you think I'm lying. Like, Art, come on, back me up here. Like, we were talking about the echo stuff, right? Like, we're trying to figure out how to make it noise, maybe casserole sound, maybe like beast of some sort.
Tim's just like, I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
Come on, Art. Like, you literally, Art was with me. Daniel, did you lose sound
Did we
again?
lose you, bud? He's just like cursing up a storm over there in his room, just like tossed his headset against the wall. It's in like 4 pieces right now.
Oh my god, yeah. I feel bad. Daniel, are you there? Are you there, God? It's me, Fiona. Oh, we really did lose him. Okay, to the
Sorry about that, guys.
No,
You're good.
It's all right.
Okay, wait.
I was
Mary said to Art.
Yeah, I was still hearing the whole thing to back you up. Art is just gonna be like, yeah, we were talking about the scream and the echolocation, all that shit. I mean,
Yeah, roll a fucking bluff check, Daniel. That's not.
Roll it in the tower. Roll it in the tower, Daniel. Roll it.
Make your
in
choice. Make your choice.
oh no.
Roll it either there or whichever way you prefer.
Roll it
Yeah.
in the tower. Do not do the screen roll.
Oh,
It's cursed.
Too late.
I got a net 20 with it. Oh.
Okay, what's your bluff?
What's my bluff? Yeah.
You gotta be like 11.
Oh shoot! Art's just gonna
Wait,
be.
no. What's your bluff skill?
Oh, my bluff. Oh yeah, huh? I forgot.
You get to add that on. It's a charisma-based skill, so you should have some.
Let me see. Bluff 9, so 11.
Which is exactly matching, but not beating by 5 or more. So Tim is still equally skeptical.
Tim's at this point he's just like, obviously both of you are lying out your asses. So long as I do not die today trying to steal a goblin, I don't care what this is about.
Mary's gonna smack her ass and being like, "This ass ain't lying, but when it do, it still look good," and just walk, just walk away from them.
Oh man.
Okay. We gotta walk together, so I don't know how far away she gotta go.
I think she's just starting to walk and hoping you guys will end up following.
Okay. Yeah. I know Art and Tim are not Art. Corbin and Tim are already in stealth or have already rolled their stealth.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Mary and Art are just walking around, stomping around.
Oh, once we get to the actual forest, can Mary roll?
You can
The
roll.
plan was
Yeah,
to
roll
roll
now. Just
now.
tell me when you want
Oh,
to go
okay.
into stealth. But yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's just go into stealth now. Let's make it easier.
Yeah.
Whee! Daniel, if you want to roll, I don't know if you're stealthing.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll roll right now. Sorry, I was taking the dog out.
You're good.
Oh, the dice rolled. The dice rolled good. It rolled almost off the table. 19 plus 10, so 29.
Okay.
I really thought it was gonna keep rolling and just go off the table into infinity.
Yeah, I've never seen it go out of the tray before. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't know how that happened.
Or sneak or stealth.
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 Yeah.
Oh, okay, 14.
Total. Tim, you rolled a nat 20. What was your final?
20.
Sweet. You guys are doing great. So if you guys are moving at stealth, you move at half speed, which means that your 1 or 2 hour journey turns into a 2 to 4 hour journey. So we'll split the difference and say 3 hours later, you guys, you guys travel along this loggers road, which is basically just wide enough for a single wagon to be pulled through, like single file. The trees are like up super close on either side of the trail, and it's just kind of been cut out of necessity. After you guys follow it for a couple hours, you know, you guys notice a change in like the humidity in the air, and you can like smell the moisture, and you can hear running water, and there are voices and the sounds of like trees being cut down. You can hear like like axes sinking into wood. You hear somebody barking at somebody else, some kind of order, and you guys come up to.
And from Mary and like Art's point of view, is this like clearly Goblin?
No.
Oh, okay, no.
You guys are, so the forest is back. Oh shit, is back here.
Oh, we got
Is
a
along
sexy
this
undergut.
is along this line. So this is the forest, and you guys are like creeping along this road basically. Objects. So this is your point of entry. Is over here. And this is kind of like you guys are like up on a hill. This is set down a little bit next to like a. It's too big to be a stream, but it's really too small to be a river. It's just big enough for like a small single sail vessel to make its way up and down the river.
Can from our angle, can we see these dudes over here?
Yeah, you guys are here midday, so I'm actually going to say that most of these guys are like off working in different parts of the mill.
Can we also see the caged goblins?
You need to roll me a perception check if you're trying to.
Okay.
It's an obvious encampment. If you want to see anything else, you need to roll me a perception
Okay,
check.
yeah. Mary's gonna try to roll a perception because like we're sneaking. We gotta be sneaky. Oof. Please do not roll off the table. I really don't know why I did that last time. 5 plus. Where's my perception? 13, 8. Or hold on, that's trap finding. Oh no, 5 plus 10, so 15.
15. Yeah, that's enough. So you see the tents. You can make out. Behind some stacks of wood, there are a couple of horses in carts and a dwarven man standing next to like a reptilian dude. And then you see 4 cages that are actually empty. There's nothing in the cages right now, but but you can hear like a lot of work and stuff coming from this direction. You do see the cages. There's nothing in them.
Okay, Mary's gonna kind of put her hand out to the boys and be like, "We got men's." And now she's like, "And there's cages, goblin-sized cages." Maybe they can get us a goblin.
I
Thought.
mean, we can see if it's
Nice
worth a
scenario.
shot.
Okay. If so, Mary's gonna. At this point, Mary's still looking like a home wreck, right?
I mean, you've had a whole day and night, so unless you've traveled for 24 hours solid, basically, and not done anything to yourself, then sure. I mean, it's up to you.
Oh.
But
Kind
it's
of
been a day.
okay. Yeah, she's probably being cleaned up a little, but like maybe not like. Maybe Mary can like quickly put her hair back up into a nicer bun.
The best she could be.
Yeah, she's no longer like snot covered, eyeliner everywhere. Maybe she has light eyeliner on, but maybe she needs to put her hair up or something. Can Mary like quickly like do her hair up real quick?
I mean, it'll just take
Try
care
to
of
make
something. You can
herself
do
look
whatever you
nice.
want. It just takes time.
Okay. Okay. Do I have to roll for that to make it look nice?
No.
Okay.
Sure.
Mary's gonna like, a 5-minute like pretty bun, floop the hair,
Okay, gentlemen.
push up the boobs.
You got 5 minutes. Are you gonna hang out, or are you gonna go ahead, or what's happening here?
Mary's doing that. I don't know what the boys are doing.
That's what I'm asking them.
Yeah.
You got 5 minutes, gentlemen.
I guess Tim just looking around, making sure that obviously they aren't goblins. Just getting a feel to see if they're like the regular people that are supposed to be working here or not.
Yeah. I don't. Where are you going? Move your character to where you're moving and where you're looking at. There are a lot of these are like stumps that are not actually trees. So there's not a lot of like cover, basically, near camp.
Yeah, he's probably gonna stay, but I guess by the tree line for a little bit here.
Okay.
So it's gonna be outside of here.
Right. Okay. So no big deal. Then basically, yeah, you know are first easily able to see these two, which are a dwarf and a human, who are like very obviously like woodsmen doing their jobs. And then glancing to your left, you see, like, admittedly, the lizard folk definitely stands out. He's probably the first one you've seen since you left Woodhurst. And if you saw one in Woodhurst, it would have been the only one. Maybe there'd be two on a ship or something, but that's so he stands out, and he's standing next to a dwarf who's like barking orders at people, and he's carrying around a clipboard, and he's obviously the man in charge, so to speak.
Okay. I guess Tim just kind of turns to Mary and like sees that she's like dressing up basically. He like points out the dwarf who looks to be the one in charge, and like he's like obviously no goblins here, so I don't know what you're doing, but that'd be the person to talk to.
That's the plan, baby. Mama gonna look nice. You guys stay in the bushes. I'm gonna try to see if those wood cages are for goblins and if we could keep one. You guys stay here. If something bad, I'll give you a sign. I'll wipe my nose. I'll do the nose flick.
I mean, they probably know where goblins are, so if they don't have one, they could probably tell us where they are.
I know, but
Yeah.
you stay here, babies. You're my backup.
We'll be on alert.
Mm-hmm. And I guess I'm assuming Mary is like ready by this. The 5-minute point has passed.
Well, it depends. Art didn't tell me anything he wanted to do.
Oh yeah, Daniel, what are you doing?
And you can just sit with Mary. I mean, I just want to give you the opportunity. If Mary's taking 5 minutes to pretty yourself up, you can do whatever you want.
No, he's just gonna sit there. I don't really know what else he could do.
You could also get beautified.
Corbin's gonna like lean into you guys and be like, because you told Mary about the dwarf that looked like he's in charge, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can't just talk to them like people. Is there a reason why we're being sneaky still?
I'm not sure. I mean, if Mary wants to talk to him herself, then she can. But otherwise, yeah, we can talk to that through.
I want to sweet talk him first, hon. You know how sometimes if you like a bunch of people come at you all at once, it might be overwhelming. But a nice, not young, but okayish looking person comes to you and asks you something polite, you might be a bit more receptive.
Maybe, but we're in the middle of the woods. It seems kind of. It makes sense that a group of people come to a logging camp.
Yeah, but also if goblins are watching, might as well have one person go instead of the entire group that gets spotted. Mary's just gonna
Your
look.
choice.
Yeah. Okay. And just start walking towards. I'm assuming the one next to the flannel is the clipboard dwarf.
This guy.
Oh, that one. Wrong one. Okay, next to the lizard. Dun and oh, not art. Oops, sorry, Daniel. Dun, dun. And I'm assuming she just walks over there.
About to, are you breaking stealth or are you?
Yeah, she's breaking stealth.
Okay. As you turn around the corner, the lizard folk spots you first. He like elbows the other guy and like points to you, and the dwarf looks up and says, "Hail! What's an old gnome doing in the fort? Do you live here?"
No, no, my name's Dixie. I was paid to come out here, observe, with the goblin situation, that kind of thing. Kind of looking around.
To
I have a
observe?
question.
Well, I don't understand. We need them eliminated. We need to.
Yeah, no. I'm with you know how like when you get contracted out, we have to observe the scenario to best understand the best route to take, because goblins, they're pesky creatures. Look for areas where they might pop out of more likely areas that might be best to like have a shooter from, things like that.
And the other
But I just
the
had a
lizard
quick.
folk is just what the fuck. And the dwarf is going to say, "I don't. You. There's been a mistake. You are not who we're looking for. I don't believe. I'm very sorry to have wasted your
No.
time, but you
I'm
are
an
not."
expert field, sir. I can guarantee you from my experience of killing several goblins, especially from a sharpshooter range.
You've killed several
Yes,
goblins.
yes, sir. I even, I have, and Mary's going to pull out her
Hey,
ward.
hey, Roy, get over here! This gnome says that she's killed goblins before.
She's
And
going
this
to
guy
pull
like
out.
turns around and like wanders
She is
over.
going to pull out her warg tail and earrings and show him and be like, these are some of my trophies I collected from the wargs that they ride. We're making a coat. It's a whole thing. Like, you can feel them. Like, careful with the earrings. I'm trying to, fashion them. But basically, I just wanted to come out and kind of do the survey, report back, things like that. And I noticed that you guys have some cages over there. Just wanted to confirm, are they goblin cages? Or are they meant for something else?
And he says,
Does the
those
warg
are.
earrings and tail do anything to impress them?
They like glance down at them, and they don't seem to like recognize them as warg tails. Like they're so they look down at them like, okay, so let me get this straight. You come to us with some random fur and bones, claim that they're from wargs, and that you have single-handedly slaughtered many goblins. Is that about right? Is that correct?
I'm part of a group. They just sent me because one person goes out. I'm good at like scouting things, that kind of thing. They come in later.
What if you got attacked while you were out? It's very irresponsible of your group to let you
Oh,
wander out here
no.
alone.
Yeah, I get it. They can be like that, but it's like I can take care of myself, in this old age, you learn a lot. But no, it's just kind of one of those things. Don't worry. They aren't that far off. They're like 20 minutes behind me. I just go ahead a little bit.
That seems odd. When the rest of them arrive, we can discuss business, I suppose. But it's the middle of the workday now, so.
Yeah, but I kind of just need to figure out some stuff now so we can start planning. Because if they get here and I'm unprepared, it makes me look bad, all that. But can you, just to be double safe, like those cages over there are built for goblins, I assume. Is that correct?
So I know it's hard because you can see the goblins in there. But what is Mary basing this out of? Like,
I'm looking at like there are a bunch of cages in the middle of a wood
because
infested with goblins.
It's like gnome, halfling, goblins. Like those are all the same size category. So why is she like goblins?
Because one, they have a goblin problem. Two, this is the woods where the goblins are, and it's small enough to where I don't think they're capturing gnomes and halflings. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's like there's already stated to be a goblin problem, and they're cages that are in the small category size. I'm assuming she's making like the best guess of that's like a rat cage, you know, where you capture the goblins. Because why else would they have a bunch of small cages in the middle of a goblin infested wood?
Okay, then I need you to roll me a perception check. Meanwhile, guys, how close are you standing? Are you within earshot? Can you see her? What is your
Into the tower.
what's your guys' plan? What are you doing?
I'm assuming we're still in the tree line, so however that far is, if we're able to hear.
It's stuck. Where'd the dice go?
You've.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably still make it out. They're only about 50, 60 feet away. And they're not like having a quiet conversation. They're just like talking.
Prefer.
Especially because a lot of the
Perception, right?
perception, yeah,
Yeah. Would that be for trap finding or regular?
just regular.
Okay. 23.
You make a comment about the cages being goblin-sized, and the human who had just walked up, like makes a visible like sneer, and the dwarf who is standing in front of you says, "We haven't even made proper introductions yet. I feel like those are in order first." Says, "I am Geely Copperbeard. I run the establishment out here." And I'm sorry. You said your name was Dixie.
Yes. She's gonna stick out her little hand and be like, "Yes, Dixie Normus."
And he's like gonna pull his hand back and be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Oh no, I know. My parents did not think about the name. We're called Normus. You know, there's some like someone fucked around with a giant. I don't know if like that's the joke. And then like my mom really loved the name Dixie. Did not put the words together. I've dealt with it my whole life. I get it. Yeah.
That's a big
Trust me.
That's a big fat bluff check.
Uh-huh.
He knows.
I can understand though. Imagine like it's like
The orc you signed the contract with knew. He just was polite about it.
2 plus 12. Oh wait, no, 11.
Yeah, and he pulls his hand back. He says, yeah, bullshit. And as a matter of fact, he's like, "Guys, get over here." And he calls the other lumberjacks over who are now standing in the middle of your exit. And he says, I think we have some questions for you, as a matter of fact.
Okay, go for it.
Art's just gonna be can Art see this happening, them surrounding her now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, he's gonna ask Tim, oh shit, I think shit's about to go down. Should we go over there?
Mary's going to look towards them and kind of like wink, but not rub her nose.
Are you trying to be like sly about it?
Yeah.
Slide a hand check, please.
Okay.
Tim and Art.
Oh, my little Miko is next to me.
Something to remember him by.
And it's stuck again. Come on. Oh, God damn it. It's getting stuck on good rolls and I'm mad about it.
Well, they're not done until it hits the bottom of the tray. Just
yeah,
because it says a good number doesn't mean it's going to stay a good number. Like, look, I can see that spinning in place. 8, 9, 20, 9, 8. Like it, you know.
3 plus, you said sleight of hand?
That is right.
6, so 9?
The dwarf, Geely, who you've been talking to, points in the direction that you winked at and says, "Keep your eyes on the tree line." And he's gonna turn his shoulder over and say, "Gundar, get your goblins in their cages." And you see a like small man who is like like leaned up in pretty casual posture, who like gets up and walks over and starts like quietly muttering to like 3 or 4 goblins, and he like doesn't use any force. There doesn't seem to be any like leashes or anything on them, and he just like kind of corrals them and moves them through the campsite and like starts placing them in these cages, which is going to take him a minute. So
Can Mary yell at the goblins and goblin?
What's that?
Can Mary yell something at the goblins?
You should guys can yell whatever she wants to the goblins.
this point, Tim's just like, we need to go.
Mary's just gonna yell at the goblins, like, "Hello, what are you guys doing?"
And they turn to look at you, and they all raise an eyebrow, and they all go totally silent and just keep walking. They break eye contact with you and just make their way over to their cages. Very clearly not interested in engaging with you. Tim and Art, are you guys hanging out in the tree line still?
No, at this point, Tim's just like, let's go to the tree. She said we were coming by. We can just say that we got here. So basically hug the tree line and then come out on the road.
Yeah. All right, let's go. I'm scared.
What is your guys' marching order? Who's leading the three of you?
Quintus, Bart, Ben.
I say they don't know that we signed those things, so we can use their regular names. Just hey.
What if they get a contact from the guy and it's oh yeah, it's gonna be Dixie, Bart, Quintus, and yeah. Might as well stay in character.
Where did Corbin end up?
We're role playing in the role play.
Tim cannot bluff. He's
Bart.
We'll see. We'll see when we get over there.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Art first, Tim second, Corbin third.
Okay, Corbin, bring up the rear. I'm sorry, I need to grab Corbin. There's two Corbin.
I'm assuming. Does Mary see them coming up?
It depends. Where's Mary looking? Is she looking at the dwarf, or is she looking over her shoulder at the?
I'm assuming she's looking over her shoulder since it was goblin thing. Weird. Look back because now she's wondering where the babies are.
Yeah, and so I'm sorry, I didn't have a chance to react to you hollering at Goblin yet. So the goblins did not seem to want to interact. A couple of the both of the humans, kind of lurch forward, and then stop themselves. It's like a borderline aggressive motion. The Geely says, "Are you are you in league with the goblins?" That's.
Oh no! You just learned the language. After you do a bit of goblin fighting, you want to pick up certain terms. Me and my another comrade kind of learned it while in our experience.
I'm just as they're going up, he just whispers sort of you need to de-escalate this.
And that's a great entrance. You guys can approach this group at any point in time, because at this point these guys, they pointed towards the fence line. They saw you guys break the fence line as soon as you did, and so everybody's attention is on you three as you make your way down.
How do I move? I forget.
Rotating is Q and E.
Q and E. Oh, there we go. Okay. I guess upon seeing the boys, it's just Bart, Quintus, Ben, great to see you guys.
Oh, we're using our fake names now.
Aww.
Just that out loud?
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Just he's just thinking that in his head. Or it's just gonna be hey, trying to remember her name. Dixie. Oh, what's going on?
Oh, well, I was just here, doing the scouting, that kind of thing, figuring stuff out. Ran into these guys. There was a misunderstanding. I think they have to be careful with stuff around here. But yeah, guys, I guess Mary's pointing to the guy she just met. This is my crew I was talking about. This is Bart, Quintus, and Ben, and we work together. Yeah. Do you guys have the contract with you by chance about the goblin ear thing, or no? From the one guild?
If we got one, I don't remember if we did, but it would have been Tim, because I think he was the one that started the signing and everything. We just signed a form.
I don't think they gave us anything.
I'm assuming not. Okay. No. Quintus, we didn't get the form. No.
They didn't give us a form.
You guys, we have to get the forms. What was the guild that signed us out? Do you remember it? Like
It was the Woodsman's Guild in Woodhurst.
Woodsman Guild in Woodhurst. Yeah, those were the guys. That's why we're here.
From
Sorry
Woodhurst? We don't work out of Woodhurst.
this is
Or,
where they told us.
Ruinswick. My bad. We spoke to.
So you fight
spoke
goblins. You're from Woodhurst. I don't believe a goddamn word coming out of your mouths. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing out here?
We spoke. We've gotten off at the wrong foot here. We spoke to Kogan at the Woodsman's Guild at Ruinswick.
Oh, you did,
we
did
came
you?
at-
And he like settles down a little bit at Kogan's name. And what did Kogan say?
We came out here. We basically helped clear out the goblins for you. Set price for each goblin ear we get, and we came out here to get some information before we just went in blind.
Well, why didn't you just say that in the first place? She was talking
Mary's-
about gathering intel and scouting ahead and
Mary's
do you
gonna
believe?
like,
Does
that's
anybody
what I
believe that you're
said.
Dixie Normus? Does anybody actually buy that crap? Did you?
Excuse me, sir. I'm going to try to kindly explain this to you one more time. Bad naming, bad parents, gnomes be doing weird things. I understand. I did not choose my name. My parents did. I understand that we got off on the wrong foot, but I feel like this conversation is not going in a helpful direction. So, if we could redirect.
Yeah, lying will do that. Fake names are a good way to make sure they go in the wrong direction.
Sure. Insulting a person's goblin hunting skills will do that. You claim to believe I'm lying.
Like
I cannot.
halfway through this, he
I'm
looks over her
not.
head at probably Tim, who's been doing a lot of the talking, and say, "Does she speak for you? Are you the leader? Is she? Do you guys follow her? What? I can't do this. This is crazy.
This is a democracy system.
I'm not. Hold on. I'm talking to the
Yes, sir.
the one with no eyebrows. The one.
Yeah.
We don't have a leader. I think she's not lying about the goblin hunting skills. I think she can demonstrate how good of a shot she is with her crossbow.
Nor am I lying about my name. Mary's just gonna really act upset about that. Like, she is offended that she thinks that she is lying about being Dixie Normus.
I'm about to say, you can dig in all you want. Dwarves are notoriously stubborn, and
I know, and Mary's even stubborn.
And he's now convinced that the first thing that you said to him was a lie. So he's just like completely. He's not very interested in talking with you, Mary. Is kind of what I'm getting at here.
Fuck right off.
So he's like, okay, so you guys are here to take care of the goblin problem? You guys are my goblin slayers. And like kind of, it's like, you guys, a 3-foot gnome, a one-armed scrimpy man, a scrawny dude with no eyebrows, and muscles over here, pointing at Art.
I'll have you know,
Art.
Tim has a 12 in strength. He is not scrawny.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Tim at least got a 3-pack.
Art was gonna say something to him off.
Art was just gonna be like, "Hey, who are you calling eyebrows over here? Or who are you calling scrawny?" Thinking he's freaking talking shit. Totally missing the wrong idea.
And he's well, and he cracks a smile, and he turns to Gundar. Actually, Gundar's not back here yet. He calls over and says, and he looks over at Mary and says, "Would you mind? How would you like to prove your prowess?"
Is there any particular shooting range? Is there a particular goblin you want me to shoot? Like, depends on what you want.
And he says, Gundar, bring one of them goblins over here. And there's a scrawny man. Let me see, where is he? Gundar. Brings one of these goblins out and wanders over to you. And the goblins aren't like armed or anything. They're just in pretty simple clothing. they had hand axes that they were doing work with previously, but they dropped them on the spot and walked back to their cages.
Tim is gonna look away now.
So he's and he points to the wood pile, and he says, "Stand him up there." And the goblin stands up, turns around, and he Gundar walks over and pulls and basically an apple out and puts it on top of the goblin's head, and it's like, "All right, let's see how good of a shot you are."
Okay, how many feet is this goblin away? Is it minimum 30 feet?
He's probably. I mean, it depends. Where does you get to? He said all he said is show me what you got. So you get to decide where you stand to do this, but obviously he will be less impressed the closer you stand.
Okay, how far is Mary at the moment? Like 15?
15, if that.
Okay, can she go back to 30? Where would 30 be? And not the lizard. Mm-hmm. Okay. I assume that okay. I was like, I don't have to shoot around the lizard, do I? Because I'm fucked. Okay, Mary is going to use her deadly aim feat. And... Or actually, no, she's not going to use her... Because she's shooting an apple off his head, right?
Correct.
Okay, not going to use deadly aim. I thought we were going to kill the goblin. Okay. She gets a +7 since she's within 30 feet. So... Let me just roll. Guys, we're gonna be so fucked right now.
So you're make Tim look like a liar if you miss.
I know, and I'm sorry. 14.
Tim's gonna give you his inspiration.
Oh, okay, thank you. 15.
15 is enough to not strike the goblin. However, it is not enough to strike the apple, and it goes high and wide, a couple inches, and lands, harming neither goblin nor apple. And and the whole crowd's gonna kind of.
Mary's gonna be like, one more shot, 80 feet.
He says, "All right, back it up."
Back it up like a Tonka truck. Okay, how far is 8 feet in this world?
Just go to the edge of the map, and we'll call that 80 feet.
We'll pretend this is 80 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, where are my dice? Because I learned, I guess it doesn't matter to... Oh, shit!
Use every feat you can.
How in the world did that happen? I'm pretty sure that's what happened when it rolled out the thing.
I can see that. What's the final? Harry.
Hold on, I'm doing math.
Okay.
How much is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 12?
And this one actually hits the goblin himself, who screams out, "Ah!" And everybody just it's raucous laughter. Everybody's, "Oh well, yeah, she's great shot, goblin killer for sure. Extraordinaire."
Well, you told me to shoot you wanted me to be a goblin killer. I shot the goblin. I ain't shooting apples.
Tim, at this point, he's just gonna I guess run forward to the goblin, yank out the arrow, and use cure light wounds.
Okay. Mary, any response to seeing this? He's got to cover a little ground, so you could start to react.
Art is just kind of giving the furrowed brow, what the heck? What's he doing? Mm-hmm. Why is he? Or can you see that he's gonna use the cure light wounds?
I mean, you start seeing the little purpley wisps going around his hand, so you can make of that as you will.
Yeah, it's probably obvious because you've seen him rush.
Wait, where
rush
did
and try to heal somebody?
Goblin.
You pinned his ear to the backboard.
She's just gonna like kind of shout in Goblin, like, "Sorry about that. Not great at shooting apples."
Oh, pinned an ear. Okay, at this
I
point,
was
then
gonna
yeah,
say that's still pretty impressive.
Tim is gonna because Tim's gonna grab an ear. He's gonna like pull the thing out of it and then try to reattach it with the cure light wounds.
Yeah, and it's gonna work regardless. They're big ears. It's just like pierced through. But it was
They're
one
like
of those
the
things.
Wi-Fi.
Final is 8 for healing if that matters.
It shouldn't, because I think that is more than Mary wouldn't have been able to do at that range anyway, maxed out. So you're
That's
good.
good.
He's back to full health, but he's like cowering, and as soon as he's like, fully healed, he runs back to the man you know to be Gundar, who like looks over at you and roll me a perception check, Tim.
Shit, let's see.
You catch what? Well, I guess I want your final.
Final is 9. Final is 9.
You catch like a flash of something cross his face, but you weren't sure if it was disgust or confusion or admiration. There's like it happened too fast, but there was some kind of reaction, hidden reaction to what just happened. That's all you know. But this goblin and this man are making their way back over, and he locks him back up. Geely turns back and looks at you all, and says, "Well, I don't know about experts, but if you can get rid of the goblin problem, then." He kind of shrugs. He's like, "I'm not the one paying you." And he's like, "And if you die, it's no skin off my nose."
Tim's just gonna be like, this will probably be a multi-day operation, so don't be surprised if you see us back here. Later on down the line.
Well,
But
you can stay as long as you like, as long as you. Like, we wouldn't mind the extra protection at night, the extra watch shift or two. It's like as I lose men, we lose shifts, and everybody sleeps a little bit less.
I'm assuming Mary's walking back now, kind of like.
You only have 80 feet to cover, so you can get back pretty quick.
Yeah. Still haven't. What's the deal with the goblins though? Like, you seem to have those ones under control. Why do you have another goblin issue?
And he looks over at you and he says, "Well, those are Gundar's goblins." And he says, "Normally I wouldn't permit such a thing at my work site." And he says, "But we need the help, and we lock them up every night, and they're still locked up every morning, and
Are they like his pets?
well, they're not his pets, but they do his work for him. If that makes he collects the same wage as the rest of my woodsmen, even though he doesn't. And then one of the other guys, yeah, even though he doesn't lift a goddamn finger around here, and his fucking goblins do all the work for him." And then Gilly's like, "That's enough. You know we need the help. I run the operation. If you have something to say, you can say it to me in private." And he turns back to you and says, "But they help out around here."
Okay, that's interesting. Okay.
do you have any idea where the goblins come from? And just so we can start getting an idea where to go.
Gili kind of shrugs his head. He's like, "I don't. Gundar might." So as you imagine, he's not real popular with the crew.
Would you mind if we pull him aside for a minute?
He kind of like gestures over. "You can go talk to him now, for all I care." And he turns to the rest of you. He says, "All right, rest of you, back to work." And everybody, kind of grumbles and continues back to their work positions.
No more sexy lumberjacks.
You gotta watch him work now. Work up a sweat.
Gundar is over by the goblin cage where the goblins are, and he walks over and he looks at Gili. He's like, "Can I let him back out? I heard you say back to work, so why we're all back to work. And Gilu's like, just give them a couple of minutes. He's like, these ones want to talk with you. Let them talk with you, and then you guys can go back to work.
Could we take like a minute break? I just realized I didn't take my pills.
Go for it.
Okay, I'll be back. Yeah.
I'm going to wolf down some of my food.
I cannot eat. Well, I can eat, but it's probably not a good idea. Because I got surgery tomorrow.
Oh, what kind of
I'm
surgery?
gonna get an ear.
Yeah, hearing aid.
Oh,
Oh, that's tomorrow? That's cool.
Yeah,
Exciting.
in the
yeah.
tomorrow in the morning. And yeah, can't
What?
eat at midnight, but I'm not eating now. What's
What?
up?
When's the next part of the surgery? Because isn't it like a two-parter?
Yeah, the next part is a month out. That's basically just letting it heal, and then they put on the actual external part of the hearing aid and like configure it properly. Then I'm good. But it's not like a surgery.
Okay, I'm good. Pillows in.
And the rest of my dinner has been wolfed down, so that worked out well.
I also got tortilla chips.
Nice.
Geely is pointedly standing there with you guys, not going back to work. But it is he, you guys, Gundar, and the. Let me change his name. Gundar.
His name is Pleb.
His name is Gundar. The dwarf's name is Geely.
Do the horses have names?
They do. Their name is Chester and Mary. It's a common enough name. Let's see here. So.
If I had been Dixie Norvis, I would have shit myself.
So the lizard folk is like tending to the horses and doing his job. He's definitely still within earshot. The rest of you guys are standing around with Gundar.
Okay. All right. I guess then Dim's just gonna be asking Gundar like, if he knows anything about where the goblins come with the ones that come in the raids and everything.
And Gundar, looks over at you guys or looks over at Tim rather, and says, "Well, they come from the forest, and everyone wants to kill a goblin, and they are capable of being civilized. I just find them one off here and there, and that's where mine came from. We're from the forest, but you find them in bigger numbers, and they're a little more dangerous. And even though he's like laughing, he's like snickering, but he's got like he doesn't open his mouth a lot. I guess is what I'm getting at.
Mary's gonna kind of look at him and be like, "How do you civilize a goblin? I haven't heard of that one before."
Well, it's a long process. Well, it can be a long process. He says it helps to know the language. He's like, most people aren't even bothering to learn. He's like, but he says, but I know that you are a goblinoid speaker.
Mary's gonna say, "Yes, I am in Goblin," and then point to Bartimus and be like, "This is my fellow goblin speaker."
Bart,
Yeah, Art will say, that's right, in Goblin.
Okay. And he says, but as far as the raids go, I wouldn't call it a raid per se. Mostly just waking up and people are gone, and sometimes it's a watch that disappears. We've started logging close together so that we can always see each other at all times. We lost a couple out on the workday logging towards the end of the day, but he says they've been coming from the west towards the mountains, but that's as best as I can guess.
Mary's gonna kind of be like, "Would you mind if we take a talk to the goblins that you have with you?"
I don't see how that could hurt. I don't know what kind of information you'll get out of them. Goblins are tend to be simple-minded folk.
If it doesn't hurt and you're fine with it, like me and Barty would like to talk to them. This is a rare opportunity.
Well, you have a few minutes while I unlock their cages, and then we all have to get back to work.
Okay.
Good.
Cool. He leads you guys back across the way. He starts unlatching the cages. The goblins are all looking very. They're obviously very comfortable around Gundar, and they're looking at all of you guys very skeptically. And he
Mary.
walks up and says to them in Goblin, "These." He says these, and he makes uses slang that you guys know. Those of you who speak Goblin, it translates roughly to squishy folk. These squishy folk have some questions for you guys.
There's a sexy goblin amongst them. The one in
Yes, that's the one whose ear you shot off.
I'm sorry.
Or no, it was another one of the lady ones, but not that one.
There's another They're sexy. Do they look like sexy goblins or no?
Definitely not. All goblins are ugly in my. Most goblins are ugly in my world.
They don't got
They're
Oh, are
obviously
these
female
goblins?
goblins, but they're
Hard to differentiate.
yeah. Like dwarves have beard. Like all dwarves have beards. All goblins are ugly. Like it's just kind of a universal thing.
Okay. I guess Mary and Art step forward. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
are.
there's the one with the goblin.
Mary's just gonna look at him and be like, "Hello." Be like, look at Art and see if he wants.
One of the goblins turns to the other one and says in Goblin, "That's not a question."
Mary's gonna look like, "Oh, guess not." Do you guys know any place where we can find a large group of goblins?
No. And there's no from everybody. No.
Can I do a bluff check?
Sense motive, and sure.
Or a sense motive? Yeah, sorry.
Mary, keep talking.
She's like, "Oh, you don't? Okay. Have you ever heard of a wizard named Casserole? Calarol?"
And then, no. What was your final, Daniel?
13 plus 6, so 19.
They. No, I mean you believe them. It sounds nothing out of the ordinary. They're not comfortable talking with you guys, so they're clearly uncomfortable, and you're not. You don't know if that's because they're lying or what, but it's not unreasonable to think that it's because they're all in cages and you guys are asking them questions. I'm sorry, Mary. So they asked them about Calarol, and they said no.
Okay. Art, you got any questions? Or Bart, you got any questions? Mary's gonna look at Quintus and then be like, "Do you guys want me to ask anything?"
No.
Yeah, Corbin's just gonna shake his head.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't really know what to ask. You already asked them where they might be, and then about Calarol. Hmm.
I guess how they met. They ended up meeting with Gundar.
I'll ask them that. How'd you guys meet with Gundar?
The one in the cage closest to you says that they found him, or they found each other in the woods, and he, was one of the. He actually knew their language, and they talked to him, and and he talked them out of Goblin life, and then Gundar himself is going to cut in and say, "I don't know if you guys know, but Goblin life is fair. Society is a loose term for it, really, and it's fairly cutthroat. I don't. It's even a life of honest work out here is better than a life cut short by the hand of another goblin, which tends to be the fate of goblins in the burrows." And all the goblins are like, "Ah, yeah."
Mary's gonna look at him and go, "The burrows?"
He's like, "Yeah, the goblin clans.
Oh,
Their homes are usually referred to as burrows because they tend to be in dark, damp places."
oh, okay. Is there any dark, damp places near here?
And he shrugs and says, I mean, I don't know. We're along the riverside. You could always follow that. That's wet."
Mary's gonna look towards the goblins and be like, "Do you guys know any like dark, damp places that we might find burrows?"
And they all just kind of shrug.
Okay. Well, thank you. Guys, is that all you wanted to ask?
Yeah,
But yeah,
there isn't really anything else I could think of.
Okay.
Gundar says, "Okay, well, if that's all, then we need to get back to work." And he like leads them, back out towards where everybody else is working, and they set up on like the outside fringes of the group. And Gundar just basically like sits down on a stump, and the other four and his compatriots just start working, and he's just chilling.
Okay.
uh,
Mary's gonna look towards Tim and be like, "Well, that was interesting."
yeah. I mean, so I didn't expect they were there willingly. I guess,
Mm-hmm.
or about as willingly as goblins can go.
Who
Uh,
knew?
I guess. Sorry, you want to go?
Oh no, I was just to say, who knew some of them could actually be civil?
Yeah, but some goblins can
Yeah.
be. Uh,
Mary's.
Tim. Hmm?
Hmm?
You can go.
Oh, okay. Mary's gonna be like, "I want to get to know this dude a bit better. This is interesting."
I'm sure we'll get. We're gonna be here for a few days, so I imagine we'll have a chance to keep talking to him. Right now, though, we want to take the advantage of the opportunity that goblins are probably asleep and some heading towards where they might be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's about
Yeah, so it's-
midday, 1 in the afternoon, roughly right now.
I guess then, yeah, we could say they're going towards the mountains. Obviously, river flows from the mountain, so it's a good idea to probably follow the river.
Let's go scope out the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Let's do this.
So you guys are going. Your plan is to follow the river west towards the mountains.
Yes,
Yeah.
and basically keep a lookout for any signs of goblin stuff until they do, and then start going to snoop.
So
Yeah.
marching order. Who's leading? Probably the same person who's on the lookout for goblins.
I think probably Art, because I know like Art's done well at tracking stuff.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and lead.
Okay, Art's in front. Who's behind him?
Tim?
Tim and Tim, Mary, Corbin, or Tim, Corbin, Mary?
Probably Mary in the middle.
Okay, Mary in the middle, and then Corbin at the end. So we are boom, boom, boom. That order, with this being the lead.
Yep.
Cool. Art is the one who's on the lookout.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
sorry guys,
so,
hold on, I'll be right back.
It's okay. Basically, one of you guys needs to roll perception for to be on the lookout. Another one of you needs to roll survival to get the group through the just wild terrain that is the forest once you get off the
Tim
logging
will
road.
Tim will roll survival.
Okay, go ahead and roll me that.
These tortilla
12.
chips. Yes.
Okay. Which means Daniel will have to roll a perception check, so we will wait for his return.
I've been putting a point in survival, but those points only do so much if you roll a 4.
Yes. Yeah, low rolls can still be the death of you, quite literally sometimes.
That lizard person, are they lizard folk or are they dragonborn?
They're lizard folk.
Okay.
Is lizard folk different than dragonborn?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, the Gundar is animated.
Gundar is animated. Yeah, he does.
Wait,
He
where
sways.
is he?
He sways slightly.
He also has he's like slightly bearing teeth too.
Wait, where is he? I want to see him move.
He's
Over here. Okay, I found him. Oh God, that's creepy.
Okay, sorry about that.
You're all right. Please roll me a perception check.
Perception.
And assuming that you guys go uninterrupted, what's your final?
15 plus. That's 7. That's 22.
Okay, great. And then assuming you guys go uninterrupted, it's 1 o'clock now. How long would you be willing to travel before calling it and turning it around? Or would you just go until night fell, or what? How long are you guys going to follow the river, I guess, is my question.
Probably nightfall if we're trying to avoid nocturnal.
yeah, like 1 hour before nightfall or whatever. 1 or 2 hours before nightfall. So like 6 hours of traveling.
Cool. So after 5-6 hours of traveling with Tim guiding you guys through, and he has definitely guided you guys down easier paths, and he has definitely led you guys in bigger circles before. It was like a very middling guide out of him. So in the 5-6 hours you guys have until nightfall, you are able to cover probably like 20-30 miles, but it maybe not that much. 6 hours. I think you can do like 6 miles an hour walking. So no, that'd be about right. So yeah, like 20-30 miles, through the thick underbrush, and you can see the mountains have drawn a lot closer. Um, but you're guessing it'll probably be another couple hours before you're there, landing you there again after nightfall. But you've gone for 5 or 6 hours, and you know that if you try and head back to camp, to the logging camp, you will also be trudging through after nightfall.
Shit, guys. Any sign of goblins yet?
Nope, that perception check was great, and there do not appear to be goblins tracking you. There are no goblins visible. There have not been goblins around. With Art looking for goblins, he has found none. And he's fairly confident there have been none because he feels like he did a good job looking.
Okay.
I didn't say anything.
Do you guys want to keep going? At this point, we're not going to make it back before nightfall, so it's either we turn back, we're a bit closer to camp when night's hit, or we keep going make camp with watches, and then continue trekking forward at night. Honestly,
I
if
don't
we
mind.
haven't seen him,
I was gonna say I don't mind doing watches.
yeah. I feel because they wouldn't have gone this far out of their way for 10 or so loggers, so I feel like we may have missed it going down the river.
Corbin's going to turn to you and say, how far would they go for 10 or so loggers?
Oh, okay. How far did they travel through the brush? Whenever they whenever they first got to that overturned cabin or overturned like wagon by the road, how far did we go into the woods to get to the like little hill cave that they had?
It took you guys like a half a day, so comparable to what you just did.
Dang. Okay. Um. Guess they would go this far out for 10 loggers if they went out this far for one wagon. Um, yeah, we can. If we want, we can make camp here.
Art and Mary?
Yeah, yeah.
I need input here.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. We can. Yeah, let's make camp here
Oh,
and
do
continue
you
our
think that's a
search.
good idea? Does Bartimus think this is a good idea, and does Mary think this is a good idea?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like as long as we
Mary
take
don't like it,
watches.
but we're gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Because Andreas has ideas that it's probably a bad idea, and they should just head back to camp and camp there in case they get attacked.
I think we
But
can do watches. Let's just do watches.
okay, watch us here.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. All right then. I guess they're trying to find a suitable area to camp out or to set up get like a good vantage point near the river. Maybe like some type of not clearing, but clearing. So like they don't have to worry about goblins coming up from behind a tree right behind them.
Right. So, yeah, so you guys stop with enough time that you can find a suitable campsite that is, big enough for, because you guys only need a patch of ground that's, 30 square feet or something. Like, you guys don't need a ton of room in order to set up camp. So, it's just for clarification, you're trying to put basically your backs to the river and find somewhere that is as far off the tree line as possible between the rivers and the trees.
Yes.
Okay. Stuff likes to grow where water is, so there's not a lot of that. But but you find a small campsite where, some of where the land is a little bit higher and therefore a little bit drier and has kind of like plateaued off, and there's a 40-foot by 20-foot strip where it's fairly clear and it's a pretty good campsite.
Okay. I guess we got to figure out watches then.
Yes, you do.
Uh,
2 hours apiece is what it takes to get the full benefit of a long rest.
I could take first watch if you guys want.
Sure.
Corbin will offer to take second.
Mary will take second.
Okay. Corbin.
And we'll take last.
Then that leaves Corbin with third watch. Um, anything you guys want to talk about before you bed down for the night?
Basically, just obviously keep an eye out. Should something happen, we basically either hold our ground if it's something that we can hold our ground for, or hightail it back to the logging camp following the workroom.
Yeah. Yeah, just whatever something happens, alert us all, and we either stay and fight, or try to book it back to the campsite.
Before can Tim set up some basically tripwires around between the trees and such?
Yeah, what equipment do you have for that?
He has. I mean, Tim has the rope. I'm assuming he can carve it into basically a really simple thing, just that basically breaks the rope whenever something goes across it. Nothing crazy. And he's gonna plant.
Go ahead.
I want it to be bombed, but then it's then someone literally just a logger is gonna come across and blow his legs off.
Yeah, you guys are pretty far from the logging camp, so that might happen. It might not happen. Who knows? But you do. It would be. It is reasonable for you to be a little gun shy about that after almost blowing up. Oh, what was her name? Ira.
Yeah.
The died.
Yeah, but not by a bomb.
Oh, not by a bomb.
Not by a bomb.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a simple I guess just a simple tripwire that's gonna trip someone if they go across it.
Okay, yeah, all good.
Okay. 50. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's a nice map. Okay.
All right, guys, set up camp. Be where you're gonna be. Watch where you're gonna watch. Do what you're gonna do.
Okay.
The bag's out. You guys can dish yourselves out.
Do, do, do. Hips.
Okay. Oh, Miko's not here.
My baby.
My baby. Okay, I'll put him over by you again. Okay, so who's on first watch?
I am.
You are. Is everybody calling it? After
Yes.
Tim sets up a couple of tripwires, I'm assuming one on each side, roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah. If not, then everybody can crash out, and Art can roll me your first check, watch check, which is perception.
It's a 17.
With a roll 17, you are in a forest, and you're pretty deep in a forest, and the sound of the river is not loud, but it is constant, and so it, alters a little bit the way that sound carries and what exactly you can hear. Um, there is some rustling, and there is some movement on the other side of the river, but nothing that seems unnatural to you. Otherwise, your 2 hours passes uneventfully. You gonna wake up the next person? Are you gonna tell anybody what
Mary.
you saw? Or are you gonna?
Okay. Here. Okay. Art will. Mary said she would have the second watch,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
so Art will kind of wake up Mary. He'll be like, "Nothing's happened so far, just forced."
Okay.
Art
If
will
Mary's
crash
gonna get
out.
and roll perception.
Roll your perception.
10 plus.
It's also what Daniel rolled.
Yeah, so. Yeah, dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is enough to. You catch some movement across the river, and you look up just in time to see two beady yellow eyes disappear.
Okay. Who was in line next?
Corbin?
Oh fuck, Corbin. Can Mary wake Tim up instead?
Mary can do whatever she wants.
Mary's gonna wake Tim up instead.
Okay.
Right. Tim.
Will
Tim.
it be? Well, what's up? Time for my watch.
I think you should go instead of Corbin. Something moved across the river and there's creepy yellow eyes looking at us from above.
On the other side of the river.
Well, something crossed the river and then I looked up and there were two little yellow eyes.
Okay.
I don't think Corbin's prepared for that.
Do you want to stay here? Because if they're crossing the river and they're heading, did they head towards the logging camp?
Does Mary know that?
No, they just receded into the woods.
No, I don't know. They just receded into the woods.
Okay. Tim's gonna wake up. Tim's gonna wake up. Corbin, I guess. Tell him that keep a lookout across the river. If you see anything, let us know. Mary says she saw some yellow eyes that way.
No, not that way. Jesus, none of you listen. I told you, something moved across the river, and when I looked
Yeah.
up above us, there were yellow eyes, not in the river.
No, across the river on the other side
Right,
of it.
yeah. For DM's clarification, this is where you saw the eyes from.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant she looked up and there was one directly above her.
No, just you're 3 feet. Everything is look up to for you.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind.
Cool.
Take back, please.
All good. So you're telling Corbin that hey, there were eyes over here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Keep an eye.
Okay. Is it safe to stay here? Are we? Is it a goblin? What if we go capture it? You guys want to capture a goblin, right? Can we go get it?
No, we can't, because we can't see in the dark. Well, I can, but you guys can't.
Corbin can actually.
Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, that's true, you could. No, let's not.
I mean, do you think we should start heading back? We've seen goblins for sure, and if they haven't gone for us, they're obviously going somewhere. Do you think we should be heading back towards the camp to make sure that they don't get attacked?
Corbin says, I don't know. What are we? How much do we care about them? Are we? Because we're not actually doing the job. We're just trying to find a goblin, right?
We're not doing the job now, but if they die before we can get to the job, we aren't getting any money.
That's a good point.
At this point, Tim's gonna like wake him up, catch him up to speed, and see what he thinks about the situation.
For Art?
Yeah.
You're gonna kick him.
Yeah, just like a tap on like the shoulder or whatever.
Oh, okay. He's just gonna go. What? What's going on? Are we fighting?
Are we fighting? Wait.
You didn't happen to see anything on the other side of the river when you were watching, did you?
Nah, there was nothing.
Because Mary says she saw yellow eyes for sure, and it's safe to assume that those are goblins, and seems to me a little suspicious that we didn't get, attacked or even like really acknowledged by them.
Well, why don't we go over there and snatch one of those bastards?
Corbin's gonna say,
We
"That's what I
crossed the-
said. That's what I said."
First things first, how do we cross the river?
How
Mary's going,
deep?
I'm not crossing the river.
Can Art
I
throw
can't
Mary?
swim.
Not even on like someone's shoulders.
No, I don't want to swim. I'm short. That river would be like my death sentence. No, I ain't doing
That's what I'm saying. Can Art throw Mary over the
it.
river?
And Mary's gonna look at. Is Art saying this out loud?
That's 20 feet across. It's quite the toss.
How deep is it? And I mean, at one point, I'm sure we've been following this for some. Imagine we come to these points.
Mary doesn't know how to swim, guys. This ain't working.
Cross doesn't like walk across it. Like I'm sure.
Mary is like 3 foot.
I mean, someone can carry her.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this: if I was 3 foot tall, I don't care if you're carrying me. No, she's not gonna want to cross the river. You're gonna have to force her. Because if one of you drops her, Mary's drowning. She has a negative, negative in swimming. She ain't good at athletics, so she definitely can't know how to swim.
So have we, in that case, have we come across the point where we've been able to we can walk across it? It's only up to a knee's worth.
Probably, but unless anybody was specifically looking for that, I don't think you'd be able to mentally note exactly where it was. But sure, maybe you saw something like that at some point in the last 5 hours.
Okay, Tim's just going to turn to the group and say, how about this? We start heading back on this side of the river. If we see a side where we can cross, only walking, knee deep, we'll do that. If not, then we'll head back. We'll hopefully head back to the logging camp, and hopefully everyone's still okay.
Sounds good.
What does Mary think about that?
I want to know what Mary thinks too. Yeah, actually.
Okay. So walk across a log?
Yeah, basically walk on this side of the river until we get to an area that we can actually cross it at.
I'm sorry, probably not. Mary is not really a fan of going after these goblins in the middle of the night, and 2, she ain't gonna fuck with the water.
Water's what stops her
I know.
out of anything.
Yeah, kind of. Well, okay, she has in the very deep negatives for swimming, so I'm assuming Mary, she can't swim. She's shorter than the rest of you guys. And if, she ain't got no pool floaty, she's probably never swam in her life, and, this is how many gnomes die. She's thinking rushing waters is gonna lead to her death, and, none of y'all fuckers are gonna catch her or something. She is just not a fan of this. And, she's, her thought is it's gonna be y'all guys are gonna want to cross the fucking log, and then it's gonna snap, and then you're gonna drop me, and I'm gonna get wet, and my makeup's gonna get ruined, and my hair is gonna be gross, and it's gonna be nasty.
How about this as kind of...
Go ahead.
Hear what Art said.
I do want to hear what Art says.
Art was just gonna say, he can literally carry Mary on his shoulders if it's in knee deep.
Mary
Just
wants.
so
I'm sorry, there's no way you're convincing her to do this. Water is what stops her. She don't. I'm sorry, Art. She loves you, but she also knows that you fuck with her sometimes. No.
Okay. Tim is basically crouched down. Is Art carries you. We can tie something around both of you, so in case he drops you, which is probably not gonna happen.
It's just totally not gonna happen.
You won't be dragged into the river. We'll only cross if it's an area where we can walk across and have, I don't know, one of us beforehand just to show you that it's safe. That way it's not, you are across with you and get swept into the river.
Mary is getting pissed off right now. She's gonna throat punch Tim at the moment.
Okay, at
Okay.
the very
Yeah.
least, you want to start walking. We'll be safer closer to the logging
Mary's
camp
throat
than we will
punch.
to the mountain.
I'm sorry, you know.
Okay, let's just start walking. Let's just start walking, and we'll see. We'll come across that bridge when we get to
I'm
it.
taking my throat punch.
You can't reach his throat.
He
Eesh.
crouched.
He did crouch down.
He crouched down. I'm sorry, no. I rolled a 15. Does it hit?
Roll reflex save, Tim.
Let's see.
Plus your reflex probably
Oh.
saves.
Yeah, it saves 18.
Yep. So not quite. You guys are Mary's a one-trick pony who you guys have figured out her trick, and it's punching people. So.
Do I get to punch him in his tit?
No, you miss him. He reflexes out of the
Oh,
way.
it's not even. I don't get even
No,
get like a baby punch.
no, he got out of the way. You got like no wingspan. All he has to do is get like a foot back, and he's out of reach.
Mary's gonna be like, one more time, Tim. I'm not going.
Are you guys making your way down the river? That was the last thing I heard Art say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're making our way back because we've seen goblins. We should start heading back. Then obviously.
Can Art kind of go up to Tim and whisper him something?
Yeah, you can either put it in a text chat to him, or I can drag you guys into your chat. Your call.
Instagram message.
Gonna like this might be Instagram message.
Okay, go on.
About to say, if it's something you just have to tell him real quick, messaging works great. If it's a conversation,
Yeah.
you have to have, then
No, it's just real quick.
cool.
Chismosas, Daniel.
Somebody's gotta DM it to the DM too, so that he can know what you guys are
Screenshot
saying.
it and send it. Wait, Dave, do you have an Instagram?
I do, but you guys can also send it in a direct message through Discord, and that can be done immediately.
Give me a second. I'll screenshot it.
I was gonna say, if you have an Instagram, you could be added to our Instagram group chat. We use to share funny videos.
I might take you up on that. Hang out with you youths in the cyberspace, on the interwebs.
There's your. It's been sent.
Dave, what's your Instagram? Bad bitch 101.
No, it's Clint something. I don't remember what. That's pretty good. It's Clint something. Okay, the boys. I will find my phone and let you know. The boys are like walking away from you. Corbin is standing there with you still, kind of like looking back and forth between Mary and the guys. Like, are we? And like look at you, Mary. Like, are we going or?
I'm not going. I ain't doing this. This is how my people die.
Corbin looks at you. It feels like it's more dangerous to stay out in the woods by yourself. As like the guys are like walking away.
You don't have to go with them. You could stay with me if you're concerned about my well-being.
But we should all stay together.
And I'm not
together.
going in the water. I'm sorry, it's my limit.
Art will cut in. He's gonna be like, okay, fine. Whenever we see a part in which we can reach it, Mary, you could stay back. Corbin, you'll be on the other side, kind of like where we're at, just to kind of make sure she's safe while Tim and I go look. If we come across anything, we'll call you. Mary can... It's understandable why she would want to stay off onto the side.
Mary's gonna bluff check Art. I feel like he's lying.
I have no idea if Art's lying or not. Art, are you lying?
I don't want to give anything. He's lying.
Roll your bluff check, Mary, first.
Yeah.
Okay, like I have, as a person, think you're lying, and like I'll play with it if like you're not. But like it's the whole thing of Art's never nice, so why would he be nice?
Art's never nice. Oh, that's good. Art's never nice.
Fuck.
Oh no!
No! inspiration. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Every time that it falls out of the thing, I think that it's falling like when it fell out the back. I rolled a 3 plus. What am I? Is it perception?
No, your roll sense motive.
Well,
12.
What are you rolling twice for there? I got a 1 and a 5 from you, Daniel.
Oh, because I used inspiration.
Oh,
I'm
'cause
not
you used inspiration. Oh God. Okay, Mary, what's your final?
12.
12. Daniel, what's your final?
9, 14.
Ah, solid. Mary, believe him. I mean, you have no reason. You can think of no reason for which he'd be lying.
We still
You're
be a little.
you're allowed to
suspicious
be
that he's being
suspicious.
nice.
Absolutely, you're allowed to be suspicious, but you can't specifically pinpoint why. Like, other than he's just being nice, you can't like.
Can
figure
Mary
out-
look at him and just say, "Why are you being nice to me?"
Art's just gonna be like, it's not nice. I'm tired. I only got like an hour of sleep.
Oh, which reminds me, you
Okay.
guys get the benefit of a short rest. You do not get the benefit of a long rest.
Mary's kind of looking at it and being like, "Okay, if you're so tired, let's go back to bed."
There's
Not if
goblins,
there's
we
a
kinda-
goblin.
I would rather
Yeah.
not. Yeah, no. No, I think I'm just going to stay here. I'm going to stay here.
Mary, we do not have an option here. There's goblins either. The whole point
I'm
of the
just
watches was
saying,
to watch
if
for
we stay
goblins.
here in a group, it's a lot better than, I don't know, 2 of you don't have night vision. You're going to go out in there and try to hunt goblins.
We're
I
not
think
hunt.
it's better to just go back to bed. And we don't look for them in the morning.
Okay, just to actually clarify, we're planning on the direction back towards the logging camp. So generally heading back to safer grounds, not going forwards to the mountains.
Then why are the water?
So we saw the goblins on the other side. We're planning, plan was to go left, but we were planning.
Okay, I'm confused. Are we going back to the log, or are we trying to get the goblins?
Both. It looks like the idea is that we're going back to the logging camp.
Okay.
And if they are going to the logging camp, we're gonna run into them.
Who said they were going to the logging camp?
If we don't see them, then we're good, and then we can start the trek back in the morning without like the 4 or 5 hours we lost getting to the logging camp.
Yeah, no, I disagree with this even as a player. Mary is staying put. We've already wasted time getting here. Mary didn't see the goblins go in that direction. She just saw goblin.
I know, but like,
technically, she saw eyes. Technically, you guys never even identified them as.
Yeah,
goblin
we
eyes.
didn't even. I saw yellow eyes. It could have been an owl named Hootie for all we know.
I do it.
Who spotted
While they're arguing.
Who spotted the goblin on the roadside, like a bunch of sessions ago?
that was Tim, I believe.
Okay, Tim. Cool.
Yeah, I think it was Tim.
Okay.
I know Mary spotted a goblin at one point. Once.
Okay, I will say those eyes were also yellow, Tim. But it sounded like Art had something.
Oh no. Go ahead if you want to go with the eyes. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Any chance that Art can speak, we'll give it to him.
Art was Oh, this more so, I guess, for the this I guess more so for the DM.
Completely cut out. What's happening?
If can I speak to you, Dave,
Yeah,
privately?
I got you.
Wait,
Okay.
what happened? My Discord cut out.
No, nothing. Just
All right, I'm assuming you're gonna try and pitch her in this water. Dan?
Okay. So, how what I did Andre show you what I texted him?
Oh yeah.
Okay. How swiftly can I do it while they're arguing?
Because they're arguing, so you're trying to like take this opportunity where Mary is like in the middle of like trying to hash it out with Tim. So you're just gonna try and chuck her in the water right here.
Yeah, and then once she's in the water, I'll go in. Like, I'm gonna try to at least throw her halfway, just so she won't try to make it back towards where she was, but so I could just go in, grab her and swim her across the other way to the other side.
So it's a lot easier to toss a willing participant than it is to toss an unwilling participant.
Yeah.
But she's small enough. You could definitely. So basically, what's going to happen is you're gonna say, okay, I go now, and I'm going to have you roll a CMB check against her CMD, and if you do that and you succeed, then I will give her one reflex save to try to like squirm out basically, and if she does not pass the reflex save, then at that point you can, you have control of her, and you can like pitch her into the water, and then I'll have you roll a strength check to see how far she goes. I think
Okay.
that's your best case scenario.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
Cool. So roll. Just go ahead and roll now. Roll a d20, and then add your
Oh,
CMB.
okay.
I think it's CMB.
Come on. Fuck. It was almost gonna be on a 20.
No.
My CMV.
Yeah.
Where would?
So
Oh,
under your
wait.
melee ranged, and there's a CMB, and it says like grapple, trip, disarm, sunder, bull rush, overrun, all that stuff. You're probably looking at the bull rush one, or the overrun. I guess you could use either of those.
Mm. Oh, okay. Which one did you say?
The bull rush.
Bull rush. Okay, +5.
That's
Fuck.
pretty
So
low.
that would just be 9.
That's probably not going to be enough, but
Fuck.
we'll see. All right, here we go.
All right.
I
Mary,
saw you rolled a 4.
Mary, I need to know what your CMD is.
My CMB or D? D as in
D.
dog?
D as in dog.
Fuck you, Art. I know you've done something to. Uh-oh, hold on. Dang it. I forget you can't click arrow to scroll. Hold on, let me find it.
Yeah.
Shit. Why is it going back to normal? Compact. Is it that one? Nope. Give me a second. I clicked the wrong button and it messed up my character sheet. Standard.
Right.
There we go. CMD is. Where is that on the sheet?
It's on the left side, underneath your fortitude, reflex, and will. And it's melee ranged, and then it says CMB and CMD, and there's a bunch of different categories. I need to know your CMD for the bull rush category.
You motherfucker, it's 12.
So you see Art just like run at you, just like charge at you, and if he makes contact, you're going in the river, and
Okay.
you are able to, however you want, sidestep him, understep him. You manage to avoid that contact, but
Okay.
like
Can Mary
lineman
just like.
style charging you right now.
Okay. So he's doing like the oh my god, Daniel, that's funny, I'll admit it. I'm assuming Mary, it's just like, because she's having a conversation with like Tim and Corbin, and then all of a sudden she's like, what the fuck is that?
Yep.
Because she has the night vision a bit, and she's like, what is he doing? And she just lightly moves to the left, and I'm guessing he just didn't see her and goes straight into the river.
Daniel, roll me a reflex save, please, bud.
I roll a reflex.
You roll me a reflex save.
Because I'm imagining she's seeing this and just like, what? And just kind of moves out of the way.
Come on. 18.
I bet you wish those were flipped.
I know.
You managed to like dig your heels into the muddy, water, and you just like skate on the mud up right to the water's edge. You dig your heels in and lean back and come to a stop, and you like almost lose your balance, but then you level out, and you manage to stay dry.
Oh, wait, is he in the river at the moment or no?
No, he's basically on the river. So here's the deal.
So like here.
So you and Tim are fighting. He like charges you to try to knock you into the river. You sidestep. He like skids past you, and comes to a stop like right before he hits water.
Oh, is this what you were planning, my baby boo, Andreas?
I'll show you the. No, Daniel can attest to this. I did not actually agree to anything that was said.
Oh, but this was discussed.
There might have been a discussion.
Maybe.
I'm just curious because I'm like wondering if like, did you
I'll
know about this?
I knew about this. I didn't know the exact thing that was going to happen. I'll put it in the chat. I'll put it in the chat.
Out of curious, since it's happened, that's fine. Oh my god.
Wrong one. I accidentally sent it to you.
It was.
Yeah, let me.
It was a valiant effort, but that 4 was a pretty.
Wait,
low
are you
roll.
sending this in
I
Instagram
know.
or Discord?
Discord.
Fuck.
Discord. There
Discord.
you
Okay. Hold on. Where is it? Daniel, there are consequences to that, and you're not gonna get any more Eggman cookies.
No.
Oh man, I love that's the response.
Daniel,
there
you
are
wanna know what the
consequences.
consequences?
I don't know if that
Daniel,
speaks
the
more to
consequences-
you, Jennifer, or to me as a DM that there are consequences. Is that there are consequences in the world, or there are consequences with the individual?
Daniel, you are not invited to my Sunday birthday party.
No. I was just joshing.
My Easter Sunday party. That wasn't happening to begin with, but still.
Oh my god.
The next time we go to Olive Garden, you are not invited.
Funny.
You do not get Italian cuisine.
I just noticed I freaking spelled throw wrong. Oh my god, I'm so freaking stupid.
Oh, that was.
Oh, you did.
I thought you did it as a joke. Like I'm a through Mary in the room. Wait
Oh
a
my
second.
god.
When you were discussing that, did you think bum rush Mary, or did you think pick Mary up and like Kobe and?
Initially, it sounded more like the latter.
Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking of whole.
Well, my whole deal was I was just gonna like try to swiftly throw you in, like at least in the middle of the river, just so I would jump in and swim you towards the other side.
Hold on. I found the picture. Give me 1 second.
I let him know that you not being a willing participant would make it much more difficult for him to do that. And we worked out a fair way to see if that would happen. That was multi-step, and he did not even get the first step. So
I was thinking you were gonna do this
Hmm.
in the Discord. I thought you were gonna Kobe Mary. That's because I was thinking like, okay, he's gonna like kick me or like pump me like a football or like a basketball, and then I was like, yeah, he's probably gonna try to pick her up and like basketball kind of try to throw her into the river, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, he rolled a 4. I wonder what that means. And we were both like, ooh, and then the CMD and I'm like, bull rush. You motherfucker.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, damn it.
It was a good shot.
Okay.
Appreciate it. It was a good thought process. So now,
Yeah,
to
it
reiterate,
was goodly planned.
Art is muddy up to the knees, but dry, more or less. Mary has sidestepped an attempted assault, and Corbin and Tim are just looking on.
Mary is going to look at them and she's going to point towards Art. And it's like, fuck you. She's going to point towards Tim. Fuck you. Going to point towards Corbin. You're cool. I'm going back to bed. And just walk back into the tent.
There is no tent. This is sleeping bags.
Yeah, you guys have not purchased
I'm
it
gonna
yet.
walk back then.
Can Art freaking shove her in the sleeping bag and freaking toss it?
Like
You
sling her over the shoulder?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
can I do that?
Oh, fuck.
I think you'd have to get to me in time, and Mary's watching Art at the moment. She's just laying in the bag.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Wait till she's.
It would be.
Wait till she's sleeping and then Krampus her?
Basically,
Krampus
Tim has
her.
not said that.
Wait till she's sleeping and Krampus her.
That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to go old school Krampus on my ass
Bag
and
and
throw me
freaking-
in a bag and then probably beat me with chains.
Oh my god.
What?
And mind you, Mary may be into that, but we won't know until that moment comes.
Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Oh. All right. Corbin turns to Art and to Tim and says, "We can't leave her here by herself, right? I mean, that's not. What if
We
she
can't, but
dies?
it's not safe out here. That's why we're
Mary's
going.
gonna
That's why I
be
want to
like-
go back.
Mary's gonna look towards Corbin and be like, I've already lost my husband. I've lost my child. I do not fear death.
Apparently you are if you won't go in the freaking water.
The guy by drowning. Mary's like, I'd rather die by orgy. I'd rather die by giant. I'd rather die by goblin. I don't want to drown. It ain't fun. I'm fat. I'm gonna float maybe, but what if I sink?
We will not cross the river, but we do need to head back to safer ground. If you saw yellow eyes, those are most definitely goblins, because that's what I saw last time we were watched by the road.
Alright, fine. Art is gonna promise to Mary, look, let's just head back. I promise I won't try anything funny.
Bitch, I
Let's
don't
just-
fuck with you no more.
He's gonna hold out
I
his
don't
hand.
fuck with you. Little stupid ass bitch.
So what, you're just gonna freaking stay here for the rest of your life?
No, I'm talking to you, Daniel.
No.
Art's talking to Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. No, she's just like, I'm not fucking with you. I don't trust you now. Little stupid ass bitch, I'm fucking with you.
We'll keep if what it takes to get you to start heading back is keeping 5 feet away, we'll do that. We'll social distance.
Okay. I want 2 promises. 1,
Okay.
that. 2, I get to do your makeup.
Me?
Smeko.
Yes. 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 Make you look pretty.
And Corbin, she's pretty good most days.
God damn it.
Before we get to the camp.
Come on, Art, you got us.
Before.
Fine.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Fine. Art's gonna go out and for a handshake.
Okay.
Can Mary go in for like a fist bump?
I mean,
Mary,
you can,
wait.
but it's obvious he's coming in for a handshake, so that's a conscious decision on Mary's part.
Okay. Hold on. You better not toss her into the river, Art. She's going in for that fist bump. No. He's gonna throw her. Was I right?
Art realizes like she's coming in with the fist bump. He's gonna be like, it was worth a shot, and then he's gonna fist bump.
Wait a minute. Did I guess right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I was gonna freaking try to freaking toss you in the river.
See, Daniel, I know you.
Oh,
I've
that's
known
pretty
you
good.
since like 5th grade. I'm in your mind.
Oh my god.
Donuts.
Tim, you would know that traditionally these types of agreements are formalized by a third party.
Tim is
Where you
going
like
to
walk
like.
over and like put a hand on each of their, wrists or whatever, and say like an agreement or some shit. Usually they're formalized somehow.
Abracadabra.
Yeah, Tim he's gonna like go up to them. He's gonna pull out like a pen or whatever, and he's gonna like do a mark on each of their like palms and like one on his to say, hey, this is a binding agreement.
Okay, that's good. I like it.
All right, then let's head out. We'll be
Okay.
way over here. Oh, where do you go? Oh.
She agreed 5 feet, by the way, not 50.
I'm about saying, I bet you she
Alright.
wants you to walk in front of her. I bet is probably
Oh.
Yeah, probably
is
a good idea.
what she's
Okay.
looking for.
Alright.
This I did not expect any of this to happen.
You didn't expect any of this to happen? Big Corb will walk back with Mary. Your argument has lost you guys a little bit of time. But as you guys make your way back, let me see here. That was the second watch this happened on, so you're still probably about halfway through the night. You're going to definitely move slower if it's dark out. So after about 3 hours, you would estimate you're a little more than halfway back to camp. But you do pass a shallow crossing area where you can see the water's clear enough for you to see the stones through it, and you would guess that it's, no more than a few feet deep. And
Okay, so it's enough. It's enough to cross.
Yeah, it would be up to Mary's chin, probably.
Okay. Tim is going to turn to like Mary, hands, together, point at her like, okay, this is probably our best shot. I can carry you because I don't think you want to be carried by Art right now.
Not
shoulders that way.
particularly.
Yeah, so we're in agreement
Why do
there.
you guys want to cross it so bad?
We need to get. In case you forgot, as like he points down to like the bag of gold in his. This thing is not getting any lighter, and we need it. We need to get. We need a goblin to take back to Charez.
I get that, but like you guys can't see in the dark. How are you gonna spot the goblin?
That's why we need you to cross the river with us.
You have Corbin; he can see in the dark.
I know,
what
but
is the plan?
The plan is to go as a group, head back towards logging camp. If we come across any goblins on the way there, we see how many there are, whether we can take them or not.
So for the record, you guys are already on the correct side of the river for the logging camp. You guys never crossed the river. So you guys could, in theory, walk all the way back to the logging camp and never have to cross the river.
Exactly.
But you did see a goblin on the other side of the river a few hours ago up the other side, but who knows where he went at this point. If there were more, I don't know. So that is, just for clarification, you are already on the correct side of the road for the logging camp. But you also saw Mary saw a goblin on the other side of the river. So do with that what you will.
Who's to say that goblin isn't on our side now? Like, why not just go towards the logging as we're going? And if we see the goblin on the other side, you guys can you can cross the river, and I can shoot from this side.
You know what? That's fair. That's a good compromise there.
That's a good point. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is what I've been trying to tell you all day, but you guys trying to throw me in the river. You're trying to bull rush me. You're trying to get me in the water for whatever reason. Yeah, she is. You are making her. She is frumpy.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess then we'll continue on this side of the river then. Hopefully, if we run into goblins, they're on this side then. And if not, then hopefully the logging camp has been assaulted. What's up?
You want to know what would be really funny? If Art had thrown Mary in the river and she drowned.
That would have been hilarious. She just like gets swept across and like dies later on the stream.
I know, and guess what? I would have eventually found out about that chat, and I would have been depressed that you killed me.
No, Art would have had it under control.
I will remind Mary of session 2 when everybody had 1 hit point and she punched a certain someone in the crotch.
Yeah.
And almost fucking killed him.
I will remind you guys that Art was being mean. Mary was an unsuspecting, I don't give consent to this, let's give something else. And Art went, I don't care about consent, and wanted to throw her in the river. Also, I didn't know him at that point, and he was being mean. Mary was nice up until throw you in the river.
You punched him in the crotch on episode 2.
Yeah, and guess what? He's kicked me.
Like
He
once!
kicked
You've
me,
swung at each
he
of their
tossed me out
crotches
the bed.
repeatedly.
Yeah, he's kicked me and he stopped me out the bed. It's fair game. If we're even. We're on even ground. Throwing someone in the river when they can't swim is attempted murder. Hitting someone in the nuts
He
and
was
not
gonna
realizing
jump
it
in
was gonna be
after
too hard.
you. It was gonna be
Yeah, I was
fine.
gonna save you. I wasn't just gonna let you drown. I wasn't
Yeah,
gonna just
but
throw you and be
literally,
like, cross
yeah,
the
that's
rest
what
of the
they all
way.
say. That's
Sink
what
or
they all
swim.
say.
What would have
Okay,
been really hilarious is if Mary passed, like she got swept across, hit rocks and died, and then Art tries to go in after her, and that same thing happens to him. We're down 2 characters.
I know. I'd be the first DM ever to have a total party kill off a fucking regular ass river.
thing. If okay, Daniel, if I couldn't swim and you threw me in the river, and then you were like, no, in no court is that going to be like, well, I was going to go after her.
You guys know what's funny is that in the time you guys spent arguing about all of this, I literally came up with 3 different solutions to get across the river without getting Mary wet. And I just
Out of curiosity, can we hear like the funniest one?
No.
A log down, I'm assuming, is one of them.
Catapult.
There's all. It's a like literally caveman figured out how to get over moving water. Like I feel like you got like an alchemist and a couple of rogues can probably figure something out.
Mary doesn't want to go over the water, so she ain't helping on.
Yeah.
Okay. The river's a no-go. We have a binding contract. Tim was present there, so it's a binding contract, so we're good there. I guess we can continue down back towards the camp and hope that they're not all dead.
Yeah, so Mary wanted to do Art's makeup. She said before we get to the logging camp, so you guys only have a couple hours left until then. You guys gonna stop so that Mary can do this, or?
Come on, babies, let's go.
Damn it! All right.
Come on, Art. You have a 16 in strength. You don't have a fragile masculinity.
That's funny.
Right. All
Imagine
right.
if that was a skill, masculinity.
Masculinity, fragile male ego. It's a feat you pick, or no, it's a trait. You can pick like good and bad traits when you make your character. You pick up fragile male masculinity, and you get to pick up another bonus trait because it's like negative. I'm sorry.
Go on, dice. Come on, bitches. 13. You're not gonna be an uggo.
plus your disguise.
10.
23.
Oh my god, Art, you're gonna be like Kylie Jenner.
Gorge.
Gorge. Okay, so I want to describe this. We got contour bronze cheeks. Mary's gone all out. We got a nice like cat eye wing liner. Mary, I assume her lipstick has a bit of a purple tint, so like plump ass purple lips. I'm assuming does Art have facial hair? No?
I don't know.
No.
No, I want to say you said he didn't. Okay. Nice shaped brows. Maybe she plucked a few hairs, but not like enough to do any damage. Clean them up, clean the unibrow. Like smoky eye look. You're looking gorgeous.
Yep.
Linda Evangelista, Naomi Campbell, that other lady, not Tyra, but the one who's mean. Oh wait, no, that is Naomi Campbell. Tyra Banks, all that.
Oh man.
RuPaul.
Corbin looks over at Art and gives him his like trademark awkward thumbs up. Looking good, Art.
And Mary's going, and don't put the mask back on, because if the lipstick gets in there, it's never getting out.
Or try to look at his reflection through the mirror or through the river.
Mary has a mirror if you want it.
Oh, all right, yeah. He'll
Holds up
take a
the
look
mirror.
at it.
And she has made you quite pretty. You're the prettiest man you've ever seen.
Does Art's face pass as a woman?
No. I mean, maybe his face on his body, not a chance in hell. But like maybe.
Imagine we get padding and we go full RuPaul's Drag Race.
God.
Here you go.
There'll be an ancient Chinese temple you guys have to break into at some point, and a Mongolian bad guy, and you'll have to shimmy. making a Mulan reference. It's
Oh yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna have to put watermelons as bras, and Mary's gonna have to teach him how to be women's.
yeah.
This is how you women's. Shimmy,
Tim just pulls out like his cloak that he bought, and he like gives it to Art so he can cover up his like male figure, so it's just the face that you can see.
Art will take it.
Can Mary whistle at him? Woo, woo.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Doesn't take any skill to whistle. That's fine. Art, how you feeling, bud? What's Art doing? Your center of attention.
Art.
Oh my
Art is
god, you got to draw the picture.
right now. What happened?
I said, Andreas needs to draw the picture.
Can't do faces,
Art,
but I'll try.
Just do
Art
Art's
is
face with lipstick.
Art is very conflicted. All his life, he wasn't really like taught about makeup or whatever.
Yep.
But since she did a fairly good job, he's just gonna be like, all right, I'll
It's
roll
like,
with
on
it.
the one hand, I'm not used to this, but on the other hand, I look good.
Yeah.
So it's not quite this better not awaken anything in me moment, but it's so I can pull this off. I got this.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's fair. I like it.
Yeah.
It takes about, I don't know, 20 minutes. And if the plan is to continue towards the logging camp, day is actually going to break about a half hour before you guys get back to the camp. But in the early, 6:30, 7 a.m. light, you
This is when it's like, everyone died because we took an extra 20 minutes to become beautiful.
you guys come back to camp, and Geely is up on watch, and he sees you guys coming up the riverside. And what else characters? You guys over here. And he, before he knows who you guys all are, he gives you his, his best authoritarian voice. Halt! Who goes there?
Mary's just gonna.
That's from yesterday.
Yeah.
What?
I just said it's us from yesterday.
No. So, any luck? And you guys get closer, and he catches Art's face for the first time.
Oh, just about finished. Hold up. Just about finished.
Oh, let's wait for the drawing.
He's just laughing at you, Art. You may be confident in your masculinity. These guys are old school machismo dudes.
Mary's gonna look and be like, that's what happens when you try to push them in the river. Mm-hmm. My best work, I think.
Nice.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
I love it.
It looks like Barbie got like. Okay, have you ever seen it when boxers get punched in their head and their head swells?
Yeah.
This is what happens when Barbie gets into the MMA.
MMA Barbie.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness.
That's
great. That's great. Keeley is looking at Art like laughing. He's like, "What happened to you?" And then Mary says, "Oh, so now you try to punch somebody in the river, push somebody in the river." He like wipes away a tear. He's like, Goblin Slayers. Oh my god! And he he goes back and says, "Did you get any of them? You don't look any more bloody."
Well,
We would have if someone would have crossed the river.
I'm not crossing the river in the middle of the night to find one goblin. I saw a pair of yellow eyes. They ran off into the distance. We decided to come back here to be on the safe side.
Did you have any incidents last night with goblins?
He says, "Not that I know of. Everything's been pretty quiet as far as I can tell."
All right. Our plan is basically just head back out there. We had spent some time getting here yesterday. Just getting here, so we weren't able to take full advantage of the day. But I know that's what we plan on doing today and heading back out.
So you got halfway there, and then you came back, and now you're gonna go all the way there again.
Mary's gonna look at him and say, "This exactly is what I said. See?
It was like, and you stopped halfway through to have a makeup party. And you guys
No,
are my
that
goblin
was
slayers.
immediate.
Oh.
No, that was immediate because I almost got bull rushed into a river because I didn't want to go. And I'm taking my revenge the best way I can, sir.
Well, it sucked. Pretty good.
Thanks. Thank you.
I think Tim's just gonna be like, "Oh well, the reason we turned back is we saw goblins. We saw what seemed to be goblins, and we wanted to make sure that they didn't raid this camp."
Oh, you did you? Well, it's a little early, but it's about time to wake the men up anyway. We'll take stock, and we'll make sure everything is as it should be. And he turns around and he walks towards the camp. You guys gonna follow him, or are you gonna stay here?
Say follow. Might as well.
Yeah.
And he starts, opening up, tents, and he picks up an old tin can, starts rattling it with a stick, rattle, 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 wake up, and all the you hear grumbling coming from all the tents, and one by one, people start to come out, and one of the humans is missing. And the dwarf looks and says, "Where's Roy? I don't see him here. Is he
Sexy giant one.
Is he taking a piss? Is he? I don't know. I haven't seen him since his watch last night. I mean, he relieved me, and then that was the last time I saw him. And then the dwarf, and then Geely turns to you guys and says, you said you saw goblins yesterday. Where? What direction were they going? Where? It's like, damn it! Why aren't you doing your job?
They were on.
I'm gonna go because I'm the one who saw the goblin.
Yeah.
Okay. Mary's gonna step forward and be like, "We saw a pair of yellow eyes. They were across the river, closed, gone. It was yellow eyes. Did not see the direction at all."
The only thing Tim adds is basically it was about 6 hours down the river.
Says, well, how many miles is that? I don't know how quickly you all traverse through the forest.
What was it, about 15?
Yeah.
It's probably closer to 20, but yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, Tim's just 15 to 20 miles.
And the dwarf just slams his fist against the nearest crate, and it hits with a resounding thump, and he just, damn it! This is right out from underneath our fucking noses. And he turns and looks at you and says, what are you guys all even here for? What are you getting paid for? People are disappearing with you out there, just playing around in the woods with makeup.
Let's not forget, sir, that you are the one who didn't want us here in the first place. We came back to help you. We will continue to help you. We went out, we found some goblins. We came back, it's not our fault. They got here before us. Sorry that it happened, but we can look around and try to at least figure out what the fuck went down.
Well, be quick about it. And
okay.
He turns around and says, "Rest of you get out to fucking work." And he's he's mad. He's angry. He's a stereotypical angry dwarf.
Before he leaves, can we ask which tent is his?
This one.
Okay. Can Mary go investigate it?
Yeah, that is a what fucking skills are that?
What would be investigate?
Is that actually a skill? Investigate?
I don't know. I'm asking because I don't think
that's a 5e skill. In Pathfinder.
Would it be perception?
In the Pathfinder, it's something else. Perception is seeing stuff with your eyes, though. No, I think it's survival is the skill that you use for that kind of thing. Because like
Survival.
a tracking skill, so that makes sense that it's your.
Okay.
So Mary's here.
Get in the tower. Hold in the tower.
Oh,
dirty 20.
You are able to see that his bed is not made. These are like really simple abodes. They're like not made for comfort. It's it's a bedroll and a bucket and a lantern and a crate, and that's all that's in these tents. But it's obvious that he was out of here in a hurry, and you do looking around, you do see multiple sets of goblin tracks.
Okay, Mary's gonna call the boys. Boys, get in here.
All right.
Okay. My
Sorry,
babies.
I don't mean to interrupt. I just do have to get ready in a bit.
I know it's 9. So so this might be a good breaking point too, depending on what Mary wants to impart on you guys, what you guys want to do. Because I mean, you're in investigation mode, so there's not going to be a super clean
Yeah.
break.
Mary was mainly just gonna be like, look at the tracks. Everyone try to like follow them and like sneak them out.
Okay, then I will probably. Here's what I'll do. I will probably do a little bit of just kind of light DMing whenever we come back next week, and I'll just say you guys found the tracks. I probably won't have you roll anything because Mary rolled a dirty 20, which is high enough to at least see the direction the tracks go. So I will like reset the scene next week with reminding you, what you understand from a timeline standpoint, what you saw in this tent, and in which direction the tracks went, and you guys can pick up your investigation next week.
Okay.
Cool.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
You're good,
I
Daniel.
was
You're good.
warned that we were stopping at 9, so and it's 9:06. So you are absolutely square. I'm going to end the stream real quick. Sweet. Well, that was a solid 3 hours of D&D. I thought for sure they were going to fight something, but they spent a long time talking about a river. So until next time, which is Friday night, I'll catch you then.